Hello, friendos. Chatbot is asleep again, but I'm live. I'm here. Uh, my bot is not talking to my Discord for some reason, so I had to tell them myself. I also posted on Instagram for the first time in like 3 months. I took a break, at least from like all the Instagram posts. I've done 2 event posts recently. I haven't done any finished work posts or even in progress stuff. In progress stuff, I'm just gonna keep for Patreon at this point, I think. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna do like finished stuff on Instagram, which means I don't have to focus on it near as much as I was. But it also means it can be a gallery page of finished work that is for sale on my website. That's the point. The whole point is to like drive everything to the website. So, less Instagram until I get more polished work. And not because I'm like perfectionist or anything, because I don't care about that. What I care about is listings on the website that I can then promote on the social medias. We know, please! Promise I won't distract you today so you can actually do what you want to do. I think you've been on Twitch long enough to know that crafters don't make anything on stream. It's fine. I love you anyway. It was a nice blast from the past, actually. It was a great blast from the past. I'm making more dominoes. So here's the one domino. This is the one I'm going to end the bracelet on, I think. So I'm not using it right now. Here's the bracelet. So far, it's got all the dominoes. And they are going in dot order from highest to lowest. I have them loomed on. The big loom. Well, this is the standard loom. And I have a mini loom here. I think it's time for me to buy a big loom, honestly. Like a roller loom that's like 10 inches or something. So I can just like make a buttload of bracelets. And then like this guy can just be used for individual projects. Cute, cute. Yes, the cascading dominoes bracelet is Ixo's idea. I'm making the cover piece of Sharon Bateman's contemporary loom beading. Is that the title of the book? I keep forgetting the title of the book. Is that the title of the book? It's over here. It's due on Thursday, so I have to take it back. Contemporary loom beading. You see all the ILL stickers all over it? It sucks because I can't really like show the cover piece because it has my library information on it instead of the piece, so I have to like flip to the right page. Love this book. I need to add this to my Amazon wish list, honestly. Ta-da. This piece, but Dominoes instead, because Ixa was looking over my shoulder and saying, what if you did that but with Dominoes? And they just cascaded and fell into each other. I'm like, stop with the bad ideas. That's such a good bad idea. Stop it. It's all his fault. No, it's all my fault. I've always wanted to make that piece anyway. The last time I checked this out, because where is this book from? This book is from Galveston? Is it Galveston or is it like, no, it's not that far. Grapevine. So it's only a couple hours away, that, you know, where the library where this book is from. But my book doesn't have it. Maybe I should request it. But the last time I asked Crystal for books, she didn't get them. And she promised over and over and over again that she would. I don't know. Hi, BK. Sorry, guys. I need to plug a cord into my tower because it's being weird. Give me a second. Because my display is going to flash on and off. Like, I have one of my AV cords just doesn't plug in right. It doesn't have all the brackets. Don't mind me. I'm just being weird. Hi, BK. Where do I put this book? Or where do I put those? Everything's on the floor now. I hate making floor mess, but I'm streaming, so floor mess it is. Alright, so we are going to warp the little loom, the little clover loom, so that I can make 3 more dominoes. In red, white, black, or is it red, black, white? Which order does it go? Red, white, black. Okay. Making much needed coffee. I had my coffee already, and now I have chai tea, iced chai tea. It's a sweet Texas chai. It's so good. It's like my favorite thing. So I'm just, actually no, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm just going to tie it around one of these. The little peggy dudes. Come here. So these are removable feet. This is a clover loom. Hey, you. Talking to you. I have to hide the tiny details. This is a clover loom. This little flat piece of plastic mostly. And these are removable feet that you take off once you're done. But it also keeps your threads there as you're weaving. And typically you're supposed to loom it like this, right? Like, ta-da. I'm just being awful at this. But for me, I like to weave in my threads instead of pull my threads. And so what I do is I actually go the long way around. So I have extra long threads to weave in later. That way I can get 3 dominoes on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they crisscross each other on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, is it 3? I think it's 3. Yeah, so I'm just gonna warp this real quick. 2, 3, here we go. Forgive my quietness as I concentrate on this. Oh shoot, it has to be 8, not 7. Because the beads are 7 across. Larg. Try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's better. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've done this a few times, but I still need to like memorize how to do this for this project. Doop. So my notification, did my notification finally go live in the Discord? It's been a pain, and I don't know why, because it says it's connected and then it just won't go. And that's happened to me before as well, so like it's not like it's unusual. Go. For my bot to misbehave like that, but it's done it the last couple weeks and I don't need it to do that. What am I doing? There we go. I'm not paying attention real well here. That's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How did I get 9? Ugh. Okay. I don't know how. Two, three. 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Is that Saren? Seems like it'd be Saren. Ah! 18! Hi, Saren. Thank you, Raiders. Welcome in. Hi, Stella. Hi, Hika. Hikari. Brain. I can't words today. Hello, Teresa. BK asked something up there earlier. One sec. Hey, Glenn. Good afternoon. Hi, Prince. Liz. Raiders on PC. Don't forget to click twice. Yes, on Pearl's profile. Yes. Click so I get all the views. RLB, you're here. Ixo got in touch with you, right? Like he said that you helped him out with the thing because he needed help. I see that sub. QT. Give me a sec. BK, no, I'm still lazy and I'm still using slobs. I have not changed over, so I don't think the update affects Streamlabs. I don't know. QT, thank you. 13 months. We have a baker's dozen between us, QT. Wow, a year of VP, right? Yes, I got him some information for a library in that area. That's good. That's good, because, like, he doesn't want the class ring. He doesn't really have a use for it. It's not sentimental for any reason. Ugh, it's all tangled up. I'm all tangled. But he's the kind of person that will get things to where they should go if there is a place for them. So, thank you for helping out. Whip! 48. I don't know if that's right, Saren, but I will count. I think we're just slightly over 50 again for reasons. Oops. I'll count. Remind me to count in a sec. Let me finish this bit. BK. Wasn't sure. Yeah. No. I don't have Elements and OBS combo. I'm just still using what I started with. Which is working for me for now. So. Works on mobile too. The tap of the profile bit. Oh, cool. Good to know. Ferret whip, yes. It's a nifty little loom. Yes, this is a clover loom. This is a little tiny loom. I'm making the warps extra long because I like to weave them in. And they're actually longer on this than if I were to weave on this guy, just because I'd have to cut them in the middle. So this is working out fine, and then I add the dominoes to the loomed bracelet, so I have 2 looms going for the same project. It's complex and difficult and completely unnecessary. I could do this in square stitch, but I like the texture and feel of loom work, and I just like the methodical doing it. It takes way longer, but I don't care right now. Liz, it affects all of it. It's Twitch changing their API, so Streamlabs no longer slobs due to unlicensed use. Blah. Yeah, we'll have to update regardless. Gotcha. I'll look into it though. I will look into it. Saren, got a raid and lurk. Dogs need out and we'll be back. All right. Let you know when I'm back for the count. Sure. RLB, I'm just glad I could find him some information that should be correct. I have access to a database of Illinois libraries, and the information isn't always as up to date as it should be. And I'm sure that's the case lots of places too, right? But, oops. But thank you for giving the info and for helping out. It is much appreciated. Trying to knot this off here. How am I doing? I'm doing all right, Glenn. Thanks for asking. How are you? Have a good day? I slept in a little longer than I probably should have, but I'm working my alarm clock back. I actually started setting alarms again. I haven't had alarms for like the last 2 months. But I'm trying to get a sleep schedule back towards better hours. I've been going to bed way too early in the morning. Way too late, way too early. I made a spill. I need to clean this up. This giant, like what looks like a kid's yarn needle, just makes a gap between the surface and the thread for me to loom under on, so that's why I put that in there. That's what it's for. Librarians, that's what we do. Kiki, gotta go. Show for the kiddo. Have a great rest of stream. Thank you for coming in and for the resub, QT. It was good to have you for a little bit. Nice quiet day for Glenn. Yes, that's amazing. Relaxing is great. That's what tomorrow is for me. I've decided to give myself Wednesdays off because I typically end up doing nothing on Wednesdays more often than not. Or just let it be a fun, unstructured day. Sunday and Wednesdays are my day off. For me. I've been playing Rogue Galaxy lately, which is a level 5 game. I've had it for several years, and I've just recently actually started playing it more. I started it over a little while back. And I have this last week put 6 more hours into it, and I'm like, oh yeah, this thing is great. Who needs Stardew? Who needs Stardew when you have Rogue Galaxy? Just saying. Give me my level 5 RPGs any day. Okay, one of these is not a tulip. One of these is a liar. I think it's this one. Or at least it seems like it's a liar. Get these sorted back out. And then I'll start in on the weaving. But yeah, I'll look into the API bit. I also need to figure out why chatbot isn't notifying Discord that I'm live, because that's happened before and I can't remember how I fixed it. Because it's didn't work. Okay, but yeah, I'll look into all of reconnection mess for sure. At least there's still a couple weeks before the end of the month. Which is good. Thanks, by the way, for understanding my transition to new name. Oh, of course. Needing to safeguard myself better, so no numbers to give away my age. Yeah. Definitely keep yourself safe. No worries, Glenn. My end, it looks like only bots are mods too, unless you changed all that and it just didn't notice before. No, I had an issue with mods. I did change my mods. I reduced them down to my original 2 because I had to remove somebody from my community who was, I shouldn't have made them a mod in the first place, but I just reduced my number of mods for my own security's sake and just so I could start fresh. But the ones who are mods aren't always in stream, so you're just wondering, no worries. Yeah, you can message me about it. I'll tell you, but I won't say it on, live. We're not talking about those reasons publicly, I guess. Something happened, so I just backed down on my mods, and I'll let you guys know individually if you're curious enough. Okay. Hey, BK. A lot of us were meant to be temp for ACDI. Right, yeah. A lot of them were temporary mods that I just forgot to unmod after the first couple ACDIs. Crafty day ends. Pretty sure I know already. Yeah, you probably do. I'm sure you do. When's the next one? A crafty day in? I have no information on that. But a couple of the organizers are in chat, so organizers, if you know or have information on the next crafty day in, that would be great. I don't know. I'm assuming roughly Mother's Day weekend seems to be when they've landed. Mother's Day weekend and Thanksgiving weekend. Which are very common show dates anyway, the Thanksgiving isn't, but like May is a very common time for events. Mikia, hello. Did you change your username a bit? Hello, welcome. Hi. You did. Hello, welcome. Glenn, I did better last time promoting and no week before. Okay. Yeah, I have no clue when the next one is. It's not on my radar just yet. Currently, I am behind on bracelet inventory for my markets now that I went back to the market this last Saturday. I didn't really want to, but our numbers were dropping significantly enough to maybe make it okay. And I still feel good about it. I still feel okay. I don't feel like I was around too many people. It was cold though, so the cold made a difference as far as feeling like I was around too many people. But I'm keeping an eye on our local numbers, and they do still seem to be dropping, so I will still go out. We have peaked Omicron here from what it looks like. To be determined. That's what I figured. With Luna's wedding, we're thinking of a summertime date, but no date picked. Oh, that makes sense. Here, let me zoom in a bit for you guys. Yeah, because there was one time where Dawn got married, and there's this time where Liz is getting married. Yeah, that's I wasn't even thinking about that. My bad. Sorry, Liz. Oh, and the fact that half of us moved in the last 2 months added to everything. Right, right. Elf moved. Who else moved? Who else moved that I didn't know about? Wait. Arrow moved too, right? JK knits and also had a baby. Goodness, that's a lot. Hello, Rain. Welcome in. 3/4. You know, that darn thing called life just keeps happening to everybody. And hi, hello, how are you doing today? I'm doing the 4/4 domino, so 4 dots, 4 dots. My hair is so long, but I don't want to put it in a ponytail. Sorry, Dawn. I knew Dawn. My brain. Dawn, Elf, Luna for main organizers. Arrow and Ramen have stuff as our helpers. Right. Right. Dawn's move seems like it was further in the past for some reason for me. And Liz's too, like... But I guess, you know, it's still fairly recent. It just seems further past. Elf seems the newest. I don't know. But yeah. Dude, everybody did move. I want to move. I want to move. Doing my best. That's 5 beads. I need 7. Yeah. I'm just waiting on further news for my own maybe. So... have not heard back. It is just now the 15th. The Tucson Gem and Mineral Show is just now over this past weekend, so you know, just keep waiting. Keep waiting or move on. Those are my options, right? So I'll do one of those ultimately. Who did it? Desky! 32 months! Holy moly, that's intense. What the heck? What the heck? Thank you for the resub, my friend. Goodness, how are you doing, Desky? Saren's the only... without house change lately or job changes. Saren's got a pretty set life schedule from what it sounds like. I can't vouch, but from what it sounds like. Well, I call it Beaters Tuesday because Beater be out on that. Right? Aren't there so many beaters on Tuesday? I didn't expect that. Like, honestly. I've always streamed on Tuesday. I initially started streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they were like 2-hour streams. They were baby streams, right? And then I kept Tuesday because of one of the jobs along the way. You know, I was just like, okay, well, I don't want to stop streaming because of this job, but I want at least one day where I keep Tuesday. And miraculously, like, that job let me have the schedule I wanted pretty much. Like, they still, like, overworked me in, you know, the rest of the schedule, but they, like, let me have the schedule I wanted. I'm like, what magic is this? And so I picked Tuesday as the day that just felt the best for streams, and I've just stayed there ever since. Like, I tried to do morning streams at one point, and that didn't work out for, like, a job prior to that. I don't know. That's not to say that Saren's life hasn't been crazy too. Yet. I listened. I'm there. I'm lurking more than it may seem. that's the time of day where I'm doing like admin and catching up with conversations with people and like cleaning my desk from the night before, and so like I'm not always super chatty unless I have a clean desk or clean brain, but I am there. I hear it all. Most of it. Prince, it's fun. BD Tuesday. Rain, I'm so happy I don't have Tuesdays as one of my stream days. I've just recently started seeing you more. I don't know why. Twitch like unfollowed me or something. I don't know. But I've been able to catch Rain's streams and I'm so happy. I still don't have the schedule memorized, but I'm so happy anyway. Apparently I like to hold this perpendicular to how I normally loom. I don't know why, but this is comfy. Talking about minds in different places. Rain, I'm still so new as a streamer and am still finding people that don't know I stream Beading. You know, that's fine. The journey and the discovery and the adventure is so worth it. So worth it. You know, because sometimes I find that people in my chat are streaming and I'm like, have they always streamed? Am I losing my marbles? Like, when did this happen? So it's cool to find out when other people start streaming or have been for a while, even if like you somehow didn't know about it. Yeah, look, Domino Dutch. I love it. I love this. I love my clover loom. It's so little and itty bitty baby and tiny. Very portable. Like I had it packed up for the market this last Saturday, but I didn't end up weaving on it at the market. I was mostly just working on making price tags, which I have over to the side here. I still haven't finished them. They're on the floor now. But I had to make more price tags because I have made so much work recently, like finished so much work that I ran out of price tags to price my work with. What the heck? And so I have to make more. And mine are handmade. So they look like this. These are the new ones. The old ones were white with green tags. These are pale blue, which is what I had. It matches my display with orange tags. I do still have leftover green tags, so it's just kind of a mix and match. But blue and orange, because that's my display colors. Pretty much everyone I got as a regular viewer is also a streamer. That's how it goes a lot of times. Not everybody's a streamer, but a lot of people are. Prince, I'm starting to really like Clover despite being a bit expensive. Oh no, Clover tools are great. Clover's great. Tulip is great. I think my crochet hook is a Tulip. But yeah, those are my favorite, like, just brands as far as quality tools go. As far as, like, stuff you can find for a variety of media. Sarah, considering if my choices are here, I don't know if it was a smart one. I just gave the cats catnip. Oh no! That's on you. Thanks for the lurk, Ellie. Did my turkey go? Did he show? Oh, if I started as cross stitch way back then when I went back to normal work, had to back away. Now, any streams I do tend to be Glowforge. Gotcha. It was nice to see you streaming for a crafty day in too. I think that was the time of night where I fell asleep though, and I feel really bad about it because you were the last one. But it was like, I can't stay awake any longer. Next time I'm more awake. I promise. Dusky, I sometimes consider streaming, but nah. It's not for everybody. Like, some days when I'm supposed to be streaming, it's like, I don't want to, but I said I would, so I get up and I do it. And sometimes I get late, and I shouldn't be late. gotta treat it like a job, because that's what it is sometimes. Even if it's not really a job. Because I have the problem of being in a weird mood and not wanting to stream, despite knowing that just generally talking to people will improve my mood. And it's weird and counterintuitive, but I make myself stream anyway, and then I feel better. Go figure, you know? Yeah, Tulip makes beading and lace hooks. Yes. There's so many hairs. So many hairs today. They're all falling on top of me. Rain. People underestimate the amount of time the preparation before a stream and the cleanup afterwards take, and think it's just to get a program and press the button. No. That would be nice. Like, I can set up for stream faster than I can clean up from stream. It's the cleaning up from stream afterwards. It's like, please, somebody help. Like, you're already tired by that point. You're already tired. You've already exhausted yourself. And if you don't plan correctly, you're just going to leave yourself a mess to clean up later when you, like, run away to go find food or go take a nap or whatever. And then you come back and you're like, I really wish I just cleaned this up. I did glow stream last night, and I made the effort to spend the time to clean up my desk, because I knew today me would appreciate yesterday me doing that, and today me absolutely appreciated yesterday me doing that. And I'm even more tired after nighttime streams. And these glowed, by the way. They glowed under blacklight. It was great. Don't feel bad. I was struggling and I was streaming. Ugh. Struggle streaming during a crafty day in is like a hard feeling. I've been there. I've been the last person to stream before, and I know what that feels like, Elf. Like, I've been the last person to stream, what, 2 or 3 times at this point? It's so rough. Like, because you've already spent all day just watching streams as well, and then you have to stream too, and it's like, oh. it's a very unique, hard feeling. I have been there. I sympathize very much. Don't worry. I know what you're talking about. Oh, good. Yeah, the whole I'm in a bad mood, but I don't want to talk to anybody, but talking to people will actually improve my mood problem. Yeah, I have that a lot. You know, just this feeling of last minute half wanting to flake out, but knowing it's detrimental. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. I've been there. I know what that's like. Parents, don't mention cleaning. I'm dead. I'm not the one that bought an estate sale's worth of art supplies there. Although, now I really do want to make a Yubanuki. I want to make a needle thimble. I want to make a ring thimble so bad. So bad. Or several. And then miniature tamaris. It's your fault, Prince. You are inspiring me to do all the thread crafts. Like, I think I like thread crafts, but I don't like much embroidery. Like I like looking at embroidery, but I don't enjoy just regular beadless embroidery. Like, cross stitch is okay. Embroidery I have very little desire to actually do, but I love looking at it. But making things out of thread, like, I don't even know why that makes sense to my brain, but it does. Guilty as charged, but it was so worth it. You know, take your time. Don't feel bad, you know. Getting through that much material is hard. Like, I've been given, like, insane amounts of junk jewelry at times, and even getting through that was hard. I just ended up just giving up and destashing it, just going through and picking out the stuff that stood out the most and then just destashing the rest because it was like, I can't do this. Elf, I enjoyed the stream and interaction and made really good progress on ACDI merch, but last person on last day of ACDI streams is a hard job. Yep. Now imagine if it's a glow stream and then you can't see what you're actually making, and I think that's what made it hard for me, is because I made them be glow streams. If they'd just been normal streams, that would have been easier, but I made the hard decision to, which seems fun, to be glow streams, but man, glow streams are hard for me anyway. Says me who wants to do them on Monday nights now. This is tentative. This is a maybe. I'm gonna try it for the next few weeks, and if it works, I'm gonna add it to the schedule. Because I'm going back to Saturday markets instead of streams, because I am going back out and selling. But I do want to keep the 2 streams a week. So I'm thinking consistent glow streams for the first time ever, maybe? Desky, I mostly have to lurk because of work right now. Alright, no worries. Enjoy the lurk. I'll let you know if I need you. If you hear the screams for help, you know to come running. Prince, the rings can work up fast, depending on design. Oh, they look pretty fun. Even if they're slow, like, they're small enough that they're still fast compared to a lot of what I make anyway. Glenn, always enjoy the ACDI. Me too. They're fun. I enjoy. Just need to talk Mom into making a Twitch account. But why? Would it be because you think the crafting community would be a good place for her to find a community as well? Because that is a fabulous reason. But also, not everybody likes Twitch, and not everybody likes signing up for extra stuff. I don't. I'm never gonna have a TikTok. I don't care. I don't care. Like, I'm the kind of person that will find a reel on Instagram and just be like, I just want to look at still photos, please. But that's not how the app works anymore. So, yeah. I find short form video media to just be super distracting, and I don't like it. I like long form. Like, I'd rather watch 30-minute YouTube videos than watch a minute long reel or TikToks, like, nah. Prince knows the junk jewelry woes, because you're like, there's so much is useful in here, but man, it's a lot of work to get the useful bits out of junk jewelry. You like to make your life harder, VP. I feel called out by this statement. I feel like somebody is, yeah. What would be fun, Sarah? Oh, the Monday streams? Yeah, I'm seriously considering it. As for some reason, historically, Monday has been the day that I do glow streams, and I can't figure it out. Like, I don't know why, but if that's the day it happens, then that might as well be the day I work towards scheduling it, So I'm gonna try it a couple more times. If I make it the rest of the month and hit every Monday with the glow stream, then I will put it on the schedule for March and later. Speaking of glow, I picked up glow-in-the-dark paint, and I might be adding that to my acrylic option soon. Ooh, fancy. She does everything. Sal's, crochet, cross-stitch, knitting, quilting, and more. Oh, your mom? Oh, cool. Well, how is everything going? Hello, Kana. Everything is going great. I just finished me a little baby domino for my domino bracelet. I have 2 more to weave up and weave in the ends. I did learn on a recent Tuesday stream that I can get all 3 woven and ends woven in a single stream. It ends up being like a 5-hour stream though, so I'll at least get them woven this stream, minimum. And then we'll see what else I do for the rest of the day. Later tonight and stuff. But I'm doing right. All right, Kana, how are you today? It's been a good week so far. I have no real complaints. Need some classes on tiny room storage. I think that's called custom building to suit the space. And yes, same. I love long videos unless I'm looking for a specific tutorial of like a crochet stitch. And then I want it to be short and explaining just a stitch. But sadly, 99% of all those kinds of videos, the person talk, and has nothing to do with the actual thing. Oh, I know that frustration. Reginald's come. Snip. Nice, says Kana. Can't wait for this cough. I have to go away. Still recovering from COVID. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it goes away. I hope it doesn't linger long term, because that would be incredibly unfortunate. Sorry to hear, Kana, and hope you get to feeling better. Yes, exactly. Our well wishes go with you, honey. First time chat. Nope. Bye. Boop. Bop to bot. I actually really like the Twitch's like first time chat, box, because then you can like get them faster. Boop. Gone. There we go. That's better knot. My first knot was too thick. This one is thin enough to go through the beads. I tie a lark's head knot around the first warp for anybody who's like curious what's happening here. See? It's like a loop start, but around a warp. And it just goes boop, just like that. And there's no tail thread to weave in. If you get a good enough, like skinny enough knot, then this will just go through the work easy peasy. It really helps with drawing the eye to them. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, the acrylic? Oh, the paint on the acrylic, yeah, I think. Kana, it's been 2 weeks. My daughter caught it, passed it along. Thankfully, she only had a fever for 2 hours and no other symptoms. That's good news, at least. Sorry, I had to walk away for a second to speak. Amber isn't being very good. Oh, no. Amber. Your daughter's doing good, Kana? That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I hope you do well as well. And that hopefully nobody else around you guys gets it. Glenn, I have to clear most of my desktop. I also use my tray table too when doing arts and crafts. I've seen your setup. It seems like you have a lot of clearing up to do all the time, which can be a good thing. It's good at building great habits, but it can also be a deterrent to start something because then you know you have to clean up when you're done. So it goes both ways. I definitely enjoy having the large space that I can get messy and shove stuff to one side if I need to, and then come back later and clean it up after the burst of creativity is done. Like, this desk is longer than my arm span. My arm span's about 5 feet. This is like 5.5, almost 6 feet. So this desk is longer than my arm span because I have my monitor, I have my general paperwork stuff, and like my stationary things, and then I have microphone, monitor, towers over there, sorry, not monitor, light, monitor, and the general things that I'm working with off to the right over here. Oh, the first time chatterbox. It really helps, yes, with drawing the eye to them. Yes. Okay, thank you for clarifying. I love the first time chatterbox. I think it's great because then you get to greet somebody who's brand new to your stream if they're a real person, and you get to bop the bots faster if they're not a real person. Glenn, I also got rid of the big huge thing, so a little more room now. Oh, I'm not sure which huge thing you're referring to. It's been a while since I've seen a photo of your room. I just remember it being a very contained space, and you have different setups for what you're working with. Prince, my desk is nice and big. It's the room itself that's small because my entire life is in it. Oh, yeah. Ooh. That would do it. Yep. Catnip. Good choices, Saren. All right. Good to know. Valentina. Okay. Domino is white. It's a 4-3 domino. 4-3. I did 4-4, so the 3 is on the bottom here. Domino is white with black dots. I get the dot color mixed up even if I get the domino right sometimes. I made this hard on myself. Like RLB says, I just make everything hard on myself. I get overambitious and I bite off more than I can chew, and then I end up with projects like this. Kana, I need to mount my computer screens to my wall to open up more space on my desk. That is a super helpful way to do it. My monitors would be too far away at that point because I have a deep desk. Mine's like 2.5 feet deep at least. Ava, thank you for the resub. Hello and welcome. 17 months, my goodness. Thank you for that. Thank you for the resub. How are you doing today? Tonight for you. I know. In your time zone, it is nearly bed by time. Usually. Kana, then I won't feel so cramped with my webcam and my beading projects. True. And if that works for the size of your desk, absolutely do it if you have the opportunity. I'm the type of person who will rearrange furniture just all the time. It's a problem. Like, I've always rearranged the furniture in my room. It's just been like, nope, this isn't working. Let's do something else. Nope. I'm at a point now where everything is working perfect. Like, really the only thing that's difficult is the amount of work it takes to get to some of my beads. But all my beads are held on the desk, so it's nice. And the only thing that would improve that is like making a custom build for shelves where I can slide the stuff in and out, but even no, like there's no real good way to improve it. So it's livable. But as far as the placement of the furniture in the room, it's perfect. I don't need anything to change. Not in the least. Time flies, Ava sure does. Some things are okay, others not so much. Oh, I wish for the best outcomes for the things that are not as okay to happen in the long run. That is my wish for you and your life, and your household. That's my husband. I'll just deal with it and then he changes. Oh. Wait, he does the furniture rearranging? I know it can be problematic for other people in your life too if you rearrange furniture a lot. I know. I've been there too. So I'm just grateful I have a setup I like and have no current need to change it because it hasn't always been that way. I think it's something bigger happening when you rearrange furniture all the time. I'm not exactly sure what. I haven't read into it enough, but I know it's not great. Prince, I'm going to be getting rid of a huge bed and get mine. That'll help. Oh, nice. Like a huge bed? Like king size? King size is huge. California king is really huge. I'll need to figure it out all over again. Oh no. I don't really think there's such thing as like perfect arrangement of things. I don't know. Is that where feng shui comes in? Or is it just like Your needs change as you progress in life. I think that's more what it is. Thank you, says Ava. You're welcome, Ava. I know not everything can be peachy keen all the time, but I can hope that things resolve in the best possible outcome. And that goes for anybody who's struggling with anything in their life right now. You know, if something's hard and difficult, I hope the best possible outcome comes of it, even if it's like not the most ideal, but like I definitely hope it's not the worst outcome. Glenn, I need to tend to some afternoon stuff. Thanks for the stream, Pearl, and have a nice Tuesday. I shall, and you have a nice Tuesday as well, Glenn. Enjoy your evening. Have a good afternoon, and I'll see you next time. Hey, it's a queen. I've never needed such a huge bed. We have a queen, but there's two of us, so we both fit on it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I would prefer a full-size bed for the size like that our room is, or like if there were just one person sleeping in it, but like a queen would be too big for one person. I think for one person, if you are just one person, I think like I've always wanted like a day bed. I don't know why. I know why. A friend of mine growing up, when I'd go over to her house, there was a day bed in the living room, and I just thought it was the coolest thing. An ex of mine, we had 2 beds at one point because we combined households, and one of the beds ended up in the living room, which that was a bit silly but useful, and it worked fine. That living room was huge though. 4, 5, 6, 7. But like in the event of having a small space to yourself, I think like a day bed would be awesome, because then you could just use it as like a couch and then sleep on it at night. But then you'd have to make it in the morning and you know, make it usable as a place to sit instead of just a place to sleep. So it would depend on how well you could maintain that. But I think that would be cool for just like efficiency apartment in a big city kind of thing. Day bed would be awesome. Kana, I need a king just because my husband is a bed hog. Fair enough. I'm the bed hog in the household. And the blanket hog. Thankfully, Ixo doesn't always need blankets, so it's not... Well, maybe he does more than he says he does. I don't know. 1 p.m. where Glenn is. Oh, yeah. Pacific Standard. I'm like, wait. Like, it's way further than 1 p.m. You're further behind me. Dasky, my earrings arrived. They're even better in person. Oh, good. I'm glad. Beadwork is always better in person, guys. It doesn't matter how well I can photograph it, because some of my photos are actually really darn good. I will say that. I will give myself a pat on the back for some photos. But no matter how cool it looks on camera, no matter how cool it looks in a photograph, it's always prettier in person because the sunlight is hitting it. Like, and you can actually see it sparkle and shine, and you can see it move, and you can touch it, and the texture is a huge part of beadwork, and that's just something that cannot ever be conveyed through visual means. Like, you can look at it all you want, but you won't know how awesome it is until you can touch it. Which is why I have set up my, like, craft show display the way I have. Nothing of mine is behind glass. I run the risk of theft, sure. But if it were behind glass, people would never be able to touch it. And if they can't touch it, they'll never ask for it. And then if they don't end up holding it or trying it on, they won't buy it, you know? Oh, kind of like the body pillow. I have a teddy bear. I like my teddy bear. I don't need a body pillow. Bye, Glenn. Have a great day. Prince is like, I'm a huge person and I'm swimming in the queen size bed. Mine's a camp bed, an old fashioned wood one. Ooh, that sounds cool. Elf, the sparkle is hard to capture for my cherry blossoms. Yeah. That necklace was nice. I hope you're enjoying it. It was really fun to make. And I know the chain on yours, Elf, is super, super delicate, but that's all I could find locally that was sterling. I would have gone with a heavier, sturdier chain, but that was literally it. So just treat it carefully is my best recommendation. Like, I really, really wanted a sturdier chain, but it ended up being a delicate one because that's literally all I could find. Mostly because I thought I was going to mail it out faster, but, like, if either of us had known that it was going to be a while, I think I would have ordered a sturdier silver chain for you. Dusky, I've noticed a lot of the bead finishes just can't be captured in photos, too. No. And even, like, the companies that photograph beads really well, you still get variances when you see them in person. So that's also why it's hard to shop for beads. For me, like, I hate shopping for beads online, but it's literally the only option I have for certain types of beads because I just cannot get to a bead store. And bead stores and specialty stores are going to be the only places that carry the types of things I need sometimes. Like, general types of things you can find in local craft stores and shop for them in person just fine, but there's nothing like shopping for beads in person, and I don't get that option very often. Not for specialty stuff anyway. Prince, it was a nice color before my mother decided it needed to be white. I was angry and started picking the paint off. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know why people paint wooden furniture like that. I hate the rusticy, dry brush, crackly, finishy nonsense. I'm like, leave it alone. It doesn't need to be painted. I hate that trend. Anyway, rain. Oh god, yes, like the asexual flag ring I made recently. The purple is a dark lavender frosted. On camera, it looks like velvet gray. Ace ring is cool though. Neato. Dusky, I have this yarn I spun that has glittery strands in it. The glitter just won't photograph. Oh no. Kana, I'll be lurking for a while. Alright, enjoy the lurk, Kana. Elf, it's so pretty. I tend to stare at it on my work desk during the day. I think you've said that before. That's a huge compliment. Thank you. I made one in purple recently. Do you want to see it? Prince 2-ish, they still sold sample cards. Yeah, but I don't buy sample cards. It's just like, I understand the purpose of them, but I still don't buy them, you know? Ava, well, as much as I would love to stay, I need to start getting to bed. Take care, Ava. Have a good night. And tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow is a new day. Right, she's on gray now. It's driving me because I find it depressing. Aw, like gray paint? That's odd. Well, I can see it working in some instances, but like gray painted furniture? That's weird. Is that really a question? Yes. Okay. I made it in purple. I have it. Let me get it untangled though. Right, in pearl, if you look on the background on my Valentine's Day ring, you see the ace ring. You know? I think I might have overlooked that on accident. Okay. Elf, I'm trying, but I am a tangly mess. Because I apparently can't, yeah. It is indeed. Waves. Yes. Tomorrow is a new day, Ava. Okay, Rain, I'm looking. Where are my beading finishes? It's the finish or was it the in progress? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's hiding behind there. Looky, we got a little ace ring. Cute. And the hearts for Valentine's yesterday. I made a glow Valentine last night for glow stream. Okay, I'm looking for these purple earrings. They are hiding in the pile. The pile got disrupted because I let Gloria dig through it on Saturday. She picked out at least one from here and 3 that were on display. So she got a lot of necklaces. She didn't ask for any earrings. And I'm like, are you sick, woman? Like, what happened? She might later ask for earrings. So here's the purple earrings. And I made the necklace pendant on a glow stream recently. Ta-da! So this is the same as the one I made for Elf. The colors of the beads are just different. Elf's was the first one that had the proper spacing of beads, and so this is because that one existed. Pretty. Yes, so this one's purple. I think the chain bits are a little different. I think I did a different number because I didn't have to go for a specific length, so I did shorter elements. But this silver chain is sturdier because it's plated. It's not sterling. And then I have like one more white button set, and I'm gonna wait until this one sells to make it, unless the Home and Garden show is in 2 weeks. I don't know if I'll end up making flowers for that. I'd rather make bumblebees and ladybugs and stuff. So I'm gonna wait until this set sells before I use the last button that I have. I can buy more. Like I have access to more. So yeah, this set is cute. It's super cute. I don't have like a parade of new finishes for you guys since last stream. I gave myself a little bit of a rest. Yeah, I don't have anything new. I ended up photographing a lot of stuff instead of making stuff because I was going to the market Saturday. So Friday I spent the day photographing everything in here. I think. Yeah. No, the stuff isn't priced, but it's photographed. Yeah. I photographed and priced a bunch of stuff Friday instead of finishing stuff like I have been. Because my priorities have shifted. Desky, no new finished parade is probably better for my wallet. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of burned out a little on just finishing stuff, and no, I'm good. I'm good because I can show you the pieces that I'm working on currently is a short list. So I have the domino bracelet. Here's the glow piece I worked on last night. I think I'm actually going to remake this heart with better thread because I banished all the Ceylon last night. It's very floppy. It's very floppy. Like, so I'm gonna remake it with one of the threads I actually like, because the thread that I used in this, like, it snapped on me 3 or 4 times in the making of this, and it knotted just as much. And because it's the evil Ceylon, I banished them all, and I filled up my new Ort jar in the process. So they're all in the Ort jar, as is, just unused. Or as used as they got, you know. I never completed a single one of these, but that green almost got close. And that purple, which is the one I was using. But they're all banished to the Ort jar now. They're gone. I'm never using them again. I'm never buying Ceylon ever again. Like, I did pretty well putting up with it for an extra couple months, you know. Ooh, yeah, this was our Valentine last night. That, and I did the puzzle. I put it away though, but I did the puzzle. Mangoes. Elf, just don't get back above 100 whips. And you won't have the mass finishes. I won't. Saren said she was going to come back for that whip count. I'm still waiting on her to come back. But, because I have a few, like 5 in here total. Not too bad. This is my bead crochet rope. I'm most of the way done with it. I'm hoping I'll be able to join it into a bangle bracelet. If not, then I'll end up finding some bead caps and doing it that way. I want to be able to join it seamlessly, but I think I messed up at the very beginning to not be able to do that. Yeah. I'm not getting back up above 100 whips, Elf. I'm just barely above 50. I was under 50 last week, but stuff happened. RLB, VP, I need, preferably in link form, a recommendation for invisible bead thread to be used in cross-stitch bead point. Ooh. Right, I use green fishing line. It is invisible with any color beads. For Delica Mill Hill bead size, I have invisible. I have nanofill, which is very invisible. Like, I use this to hang stuff on my walls. It's white. So it's technically white, but I feel like it wouldn't show up against anything. Let me see if I can find you a link for it, though. The leg and a half, and I'll have a crochet finish. Ooh. Crochet? What are you making? Thank you. Yeah, let me see if I can find a link for you. And you said Mill Hill, so those are Toho size 11s. Shopping. Because mine's 4 pound, which is apparently pretty thin. Jeez, that's expensive. Maybe I wouldn't recommend this. This is incredibly expensive. I just need something for my chatelaine. Oh, so you'll be adding a lot of beads then. And you're starting a chatelaine. That's, I want to see what you pick. A pink Dilophosaurus. Ooh, neato, Elf. 4 pound test is going to be really thin. Comes with almost all delicas. Really? What do I use for delicas for, like, a cross stitch? Like, I've always used the floss thread color itself in my cross stitches. Like, the color of floss that's the same color as the beads, but yeah. See, I don't know, like, how dark the colors of the areas on the chatelaine are, or I'd just recommend, like, white Nymo, maybe, but let's go there. Yeah, where did I get the nanofill? I think I got it at Academy, honestly. They do sell 2 pound tests. Oh, geez, that'd be so thin. The 4 pound I actually found too thin for my liking. I've always used 6 pound Fireline when I've used fishing lines. So I think 6 pound or 8 pound nanofill would probably be a better option. This is just so thin. But I was using really heavy metal beads too, and it just frustrated me. That bracelet would have been so nice, but there's just no way to make it happen. Maybe I could mosaic it. Ooh, that'd be a good idea. I'm getting other ideas, guys. Stop it. Designer said it's better to use invisible beading thread. Okay. I feel like white Nymo wouldn't show up at all. That's what I'm thinking. Do I have white Nymo? I am out of white Nymo. Like, even my yellow Nymo doesn't really show up at all. Like, no, it's not Nymo. It's 1G. But yeah, I think a white Nymo would be okay. If you got, like, one of the thinner pound ones. What was it? 00 size white Nymo might be your best bet, actually. Let me Fire Mountain. And if your stitches are really, you know, neat and tight, I think this might actually be your best bet. And it's affordable. So, there you go, RLB. The line I use for my Toho 11os is 5-pound diameter, 0.14 millimeter thickness. That's still... I think that's still a bit too thick, Rain, for what RLB needs. Maybe. I'm trying to do like millimeter thickness conversions in my head and it doesn't always work. Desky, they do have crystal clear Miyuki beading thread, but I don't know that you really need the clear, depending. I'd probably just go for the small pound test fishing line if you want clear. Right. Miyuki beading thread is weird for me. I don't really like it. That's just me, though. But do they have crystal clear? Like, I haven't looked into the beading thread colors. Because I got the gold in Miyuki. So, I like the I like KO. KO's great. But I don't know, Miyuki had a crystal clear Duraline, 50 millimeter crystal, 0.15 millimeter. Yeah, they do. Duraline. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this. I can't vouch for it, but I will second the KO. KO is my favorite, dude. KO over Miyuki any day. Miyuki makes great beads, but I don't like their thread. At least not the one that I've used. Would not buy again. Not the gold. I will not buy the Miyuki gold. The KO gold. Absolutely every time. It's my favorite thread color, honestly. They don't sell them in spools. Just little spools. Not like big ounce spools. RLB, depending on your background fabric color, a different shade of thread may be better because of contrast, but I still think just regular Nymo would be fine. That's what I'm leaning towards. And it's useful for just beads in general. For lots of purposes. You can even use it to sew with if you need to. Queen Home Slice, gotta work lurk now, but I'll leave you on in my office. Have a good stream. Hopefully I can catch you later at my lunch. Hopefully. I was still here at your lunch last week, so it's likely. Likely. Enjoy the work lurk. Yeah, what color of KO does Fire Mountain have? White. Ivory. The light gray. I really love the light gray. And just the Fire Mountain results for KO thread. White would probably be your best bet. But if any of these other colors match your like majority background color or fabric color, those would be great options as well. Yeah, my favorite color sold out. Go figure. Ooh, but that blue and pink, I really want the blue and pink. But I really like the vibrancy of the Hannah threads as far as like bright colors go. Go with the Nymo and test it when it comes time to put my beads on. Yeah, that seems the safest bet. And you can buy Nymo locally at craft stores as well. White Nymo. It'll be a thicker weight than the 00, like the 00 that I linked to you. It'll probably be like weight D or B, probably D. It's the most common. But I still think that would be thin enough and not show, I think. On Esther's Waves, I'm just using the silk to attach the beads to the various parts of the design, and it works fine. For the chatelaine, I just wanted to try to follow the designer's suggestions. Makes sense? Did you see the link to the chatelaine? Oh, I might have missed it in all the talk. Let me scroll back up. It's me linking stuff. There it is. Okay. What? Dude, guys, look at this. Okay, look. Here we go. What RLB is attempting. Oh, maze garden with trees and flowers. I like it better on the white background in the dark. RLB, if you need me to test an IMOD going through a delic, I can do that later tonight. That would be great. NIMO D is what I'm working with now, or B. It's one of the two. But yeah, NIMO is what I'm using now. It's my go-to. Although I actually could say 100% say that works because that's the only thread I have and it has plenty of room. Right. And it's the most common for beading. So I only have Delicas and NIMO D, so I know it works. Woohoo! Might need your help later, VP, to pick beads to replace a bunch of French knots on that. Fair enough. I can help. I like helping. I like being useful. My random odd bits of knowledge gotta be useful for something, don't they? Look at this, guys. Oh, it looks like the trees are like in seasons. Like this one has no branches. This one looks like it has blooms. This one looks like it has fruit. And this one looks like the leaves are falling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks seasonal, right? Because I have no desire whatsoever to make a ton of French knots. They are. Each side is for a season. So winter, spring, summer, and fall. And from this, I can't quite see it repeated in any of the rest of this, but that's cool. It looks gorgeous. It's so pretty. So many. This is a maze. You stitch. You'll always find your way out. 4 seasons, dresses. And 4 states of the moon. Oh, I missed that. Oh, it used to be a mystery project. Cool. Okay. Where's the moon? Where am I missing the moon? Oh, yeah, it's behind. Moon. Behind the trees. Duh. Okay. 4 phases of the moon behind the trees. Neat. Okay. Might be doing it on a natural linen. Ooh, that would be pretty. I haven't picked out my fabric yet, but I really am leaning towards a natural linen. Behind the trees. I found them. I found them. Like, what am I missing? Okay. Oh yeah, I was showing whips. Oops. Oh yeah, this is what I did last week on stream, isn't it? I did the polymer clay. I did this, and then I did more wingies. So we inlaid the shell that Ixo cut out. He made this for me, and it broke because it was very thin. And so I inlaid it into this ugly copper colored piece of polymer clay, and then I embedded beads along the way. So the holes in these beads will be utilized to do something, because this is just me experimenting, playing around. So I did that, and I made these guys. I think this was last week, like last Tuesday. I already broke it, but I overbaked the clay so it got brittle. But I made wings for my piano hammer necklace. Like, I don't know how long ago I said I needed to make them out of polymer clay, but I finally did it, guys. I did it. The pattern is very busy. It's a lot. I don't think, personally, I would choose that chatelaine, but it's a lot. Maybe seeing the details more up close would help, but yeah. Piano hammer. And then, look at these gorgeous beadies. These gorgeous little flowery beads. Come here, you. There we are. Ta-da! So I have the start of a new piano hammer necklace. I have a red, maroony red felted one for the first time. This is the same color of clay. I just ended up painting it because I didn't like this color. So I painted it and I like left parts of the original color showing through. In the ends, I embedded jump rings because I didn't feel comfortable trying to drill a hole all the way through. So I embedded jump rings and baked them in. But this one popped out, so I have to glue it back, and then I have to secure it with an extra thread of the teal beads here. But yeah, so that's my other whip. That's my other big project, is a piano hammer necklace. And they're all different. Like, they're all the same basic asymmetrical principles, but yeah. I just think the tiny photos don't do it such a rich design at its best. You know, well, I know, but I also know the reason people blur their images like that is so that they don't get people just reproducing it from a photo. The same thing happens with like bead patterns as well. Just because beaders are very apt to reverse engineer stuff, so I'm sure there are cross stitchers out there that are apt to reverse engineer stuff as well, and I get it. So I totally understand. Oh yeah, it makes total sense. Yeah. But yeah, this is my other big project on the go. And I am savoring the design process because piano hammer necklaces you have to get just so. And I'm just ready to be done with the bead crochet rope, which is why it's in here. Let me put my things back. Where was the little bag for this guy? Found it. Okay. Yeah, I'm remaking the heart. I wanna make the heart again, just first with sturdier thread. I don't know, it didn't quite have the stiffness I wanted. I was gonna do it cubic right angle weave anyway, so working with a thread I like is a better option. But yeah. So yeah, the design is going to be a challenge, and it is beautiful, and I like a good challenge. You sound like somebody I know who overcommits to things. Who would that be? Resemble that remark, RLB. So yeah, the design is going to be... Wait, I already read that. Is that you? Ha! I feel called out by this. Every person in the community, me. I think Elf nailed it a little better. Every person. It's all of us. It's all of us. I think that's why we like each other, because we challenge and encourage each other to push our limits and work outside of our comfort zone. Like, the piece I'm making is not necessarily something I would come up with on my own, but I really like it, so I want to try it. Here we are to cheer each other on. Yes. Ugh, I got all fidgety. Sorry, guys. Okay, I think I got all the whips put away. Mostly. Until Saren comes back and makes me count. RLB, 3 years ago, I would have never in a million years thought I would be doing a chatelaine. Me? I would never in a million years think I would be doing a chatelaine, and I still think that I would never be doing a chatelaine. And being around all of you lovely cross-stitchers all this time, I still have not been severely bitten by the bug. Like, I have done a couple small projects, and I'm happy with that. I've done a couple of bead points, and I'm happy with that. I have a whole bead point book and everything, which is lovely. But bead point is something I will save for when the technique is the perfect one for whatever the project is that I need to do. That's just the kind of beader I am. I like to learn different things for a fun practice piece, whether it be big or small, and then utilize that thing when it's necessary down the road. Let alone a beaded project of any kind. I love your bead point projects. Oh, really? have them both on hand. It here. Air to Phoenix. I love it. Big projects are not for me. Life is too short. That's how I feel about the majority of cross-stitch projects I see people work on. Beading projects are all, for the most part, self-contained. This project was too big for me. This was too much. But I started it, and so I was determined to finish it. It was too much. I don't think I'll do anything like this ever again. Not this big. You know, so I was just as surprised as the rest of you when I ended up doing that cover. It's great, yes. I'm a projectaholic. Big projectaholic. But Jesus. Have you never seen this prints? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. This took me 2.5 years. On and off, obviously, because that's too much blue for me, and you guys know how much I hate blue. Ad nauseum. When it's ad nauseum, blue is awful. Yeah, instead, for the back stitching, I used French wire. I love the Phoenix so much. You know I am, baby. I don't do small projects, right? Go big or go home. That's how a lot of you guys are. This is a bit bigger than go big, go home for me. It's about the size of Immortelle's beaded photo she makes. Right, but that's peyote stitch, and I think those are faster than this. Peyote stitch is definitely faster than bead point. Bead point looks like it's fast, but it's not. Like cross stitch is definitely faster. It definitely is. I've seen the photos, but did not realize the size. Oh yeah, no, this is Happy Planner cover sized. Happy Planner cover sized. I love that you found a way to do the back stitch. Oh, I just couched the French wire right on top. Just bloop, bloop. And here I am with a giant project kit that just came in. Elf, it is your flavor of ambitious. My flavor of ambitious was this was too much. Hee. What's your giant project kit, Elf? Yes. Yeah, that is big. The Road Not Taken, Barrett Biggers, charted by Pain-Free Crafts. Hey, I know acronyms now. I've been around you guys so long. My other bead point project is much better in scale. This was still a huge project, mind you. Hey, calm down. There we go. Reginald slips right into the pocket. So for those of you who have not seen the ice cream cover case, I have mint chocolate on one side. I have Regina on the other side in the rainbow sherbet. Hey. Autofocus. Stop tracking my hand. There we go. That's scissor case, yes. And then I have the Reginald with the sarin fob is in the middle, as is my pair of glow scissors. And I just used a purple piece of, these were jeans that fell, that crotch ripped, and so I just cut off one of the legs to use for fabric. And I have my favorite purple jeans that I can't wear anymore as part of my scissor case. I love that they have such a fun home. Yeah, they gorge on ice cream all day. I just got my last payment in on the Pain-Free, PFCC. Now I don't know that one. Pain-Free Crafts Compendium. I don't know. When I found out we were buying the house. So I was good timing to cancel it and take the time to actually stitch the kit. Okay. But yeah, this was super fun. This is super great. I charted it myself. It's loosely based off of a design in Ann Benson's bead point book. And then I modified it to look like an ice cream cone instead of what it was in that book. And then I made it double-sided, and then I made a pocket in the very middle, and it just got super intense, super fast. But, like, I wasn't going, because I had just finished the Phoenix at that point. I wasn't going to bead point for a long time at that point. And then I happened across an estate sale that had a stash of Ada. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And so I did it. Pain-Free Crafts Club. Okay, I think is what it stands for. It's like a layaway for one of their kits. I've heard of that. Saren has talked about that before. Because that's the lady who did the dragon wheel one that she got, right? Or the site. I don't know if it's a compendium of people. I don't know quite enough. I just know bits and pieces about it. Okay, yeah. Okay, then I've heard of them before. Layaway is a good option. You know your art is expensive, but you know people want it, so giving them the option to work towards it is good. That's a supreme level of trust, both on the part of the artist and on the customers. Like, you'd have to have like a magnificently high level of trust on all parties to be able to offer that. Because, like, I don't think I'd have the courage to offer a layaway plan, because I don't think I could like authentically trust that people would keep up on their payments, you know? It's the same place I got my berries dragons from too. I think you've shown me this one before. So many tabs open. Fire Mountain, go away. Yes, you have shown me that one. Pain Free Crafts Crystal Club officially, but she always drops a C on it. Pain Free Crafts Crystal Club. Oh, okay. Otherwise, it'd be PFCCC. Yeah, Crystal Club thinks so. Yeah, I had no clue. Here to berry dragons. Blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, blackberry. Cute. Oh, and then cranberry. Oh, back there in the back. Yeah. My bad. It blended in. Cranberry is just shy. They don't like the spotlight. Okay. I'm gonna run out of thread here soon. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Strawberry is out there saying, "Look at me being pretty. I am everybody's favorite berry. Don't you know it?" Ooh, I need to make more berry bracelets. I haven't done berry bracelets in a while. I have an apple bracelet. Nobody wanted it, the poor thing. The peach bracelet got snapped up real fast, though. Like the plums, too, last year. They always do. I just picked the perfect colors, that's why. Yep. There went the thread. Come on. I totally eat a pound of strawberries in a sitting. I am actually eating mango right now. I'm eating honey mango, which refers to the color of the skin and not so much the flavor. It is not sweeter than normal mangoes. It is actually far more tart, but in like a good way. And then I have put tahini on my mango. So I have tahini. And that's what I've been snacking on this morning. Ixo and I remembered that mangoes are delicious. Why don't we eat them more? And then I remembered this morning while cutting it up that mangoes are messy. But they're still delicious. Oh yeah. Oh, my tea's watered down. Oh well. This is also the first time you guys will have seen me with painted nails. Because I've never actually painted my nails for stream. Mostly because I worked in food service this whole time. And I've had really bad cracked nail problems the last couple weeks. And so I have some hangnails under here that I've reinforced before painting. And so I just decided, why not just like cover it all the way up with color? And I went and bought nail polish for the first time in many, many, many years. And that was super fun. And I totally botched it. And so it'll be fun to figure out how to do it correctly next time. I also haven't worn makeup in years and years. I might want to again soon. I don't know. Could be that the peaches look like little black buns. Totally. My peaches look like that on purpose. Like, come on, guys. Like, let me find the photo for you. Where are we at? Art. Midwork. 2020 plus. Sets. Collections. Fruits. Fruit bracelets. Here we are. Oh, this one has a strawberry on it, too. Cool. Ta-da! Little bum-bums. Little peaches and red plums and black plums and strawberries that look like chili peppers. It could have done without the point. Like, just cover up the point and it would look better for strawberries. But they're cute. They're cute. This is what I say. I need a wider loom so I can have, like, 20 of these on there all at the same time. And do them in bigger sets, bigger batches. Just entire sections of fruit, you know? I need to invest in a wide loom. I don't know where to put it, though. I don't really have, like, a place for, like, a 12-inch loom. I have a frozen fruit mix, so I can make myself some shakes, strawberries, pineapple, mango, and something else. Papaya. It's papaya. Which is also good. Ours weren't in season. We tried to buy some papaya recently, and I think we're going to have to wait till summer to get one. It tasted like bland cantaloupe. The fresh papaya did. Like, the frozen one tastes fine, obviously, but the fresh one we ended up getting tasted like a bland cantaloupe, and I was very sad. We should have put the tahini on that. Rain, and I have licorice dipped in white chocolate and covered with salty powder. Ooh, that sounds good. I like licorice. I don't know about anybody else, but I like licorice. Oh, I'm gonna have just enough thread for this domino. Heck yeah. I didn't think I was gonna. I have 2 more rows though. That's enough. I'll be there. Messy and can be hard to pick out just the right ones from the store. The mangoes or the papaya? Mangoes are way messier in my opinion. Plenty of peaches, peaches for me. Plenty of peaches, peaches for free. I know that song. Where is that from? Ah, help me out. I'm the worst when it comes to citing music. Always have been. Musician names and song names just don't stick in my head. They just don't stay. The songs sometimes don't even stay. Is peach. So strawberry, mango, peach, and pineapple. Okay. Dang. Not papaya. Peaches are great. Peaches do grow well in Texas. There's about, is it 4-hour drive? 4-hour drive from here is Fredericksburg. And that is peach country. Peach everything comes out of there. And the town itself is very, I'd call it quaint. I'd call it a quaint touristy town. It just has a really, really nice walkable main street, shops, dining experience kind of thing. Like, it's definitely an art stop. an art stop. There's lots of culture going on. You know, it's definitely very unique and varied. And I've done shows in the area, and like as far as places in Texas to exhibit my work, like that was the most fun and also the most profitable. Kerrville was a little better as far as money goes, but I only did a small show in Fredericksburg, but I think bigger shows in Fredericksburg would probably be equally awesome. The whole hill country is just great. Like I really like the area. It's like my most favorite place in Texas is down that way. It's like in driving distance to the Austin San Antonio kind of triangle. That whole bit. It pretty. It's also just north of where my dad was born, which I didn't know for the longest time. So my dad was born in Edwards County, and Kerr County is just right north of it. It's gorgeous. I do not live in a gorgeous part of Texas, honestly. So traveling there for the years that I did so was super nice. Also extremely expensive. Okay, that's good enough. Just barely had enough to... Reginald? He went to eat ice cream. He likes the mint chocolate. We have really good peaches in the Palisades region. Ooh, I'm not familiar. I need a new ort jar because I banished all those threads last night that I actually literally filled it up. I need a new jar. I like all the spools in there though. I think that's super cool looking. They can still look pretty and be their gorgeous selves, but I'm never going to use them. Alright, so I have 2 out of 3 done. I'm actually going to get up and take a stretch break. The struggle was real. You were there last night, Prince. It was bad. Like, it gnawed on me so much. Like, I can have patience with my materials up to a point. And, like, if I can't bead in the dark, that's definitely a struggle. Nobody should have to bead in the dark. I do it to myself. But, like, the threads were already problematic, and that just made it an unhappy experience. That thread was always the thread heaven. It really was. But thankfully, thread heaven lasts a really, really long time. My last one lasted 6 years. So I have like 12 years worth of thread heaven thanks to you, RLB. So we're good. I promise. It wasn't that much of a waste of thread heaven. I do need to take a little break. No, really, I counted. It was 6 years. The last one I got given lasted 6 years. That just tickles my funny bone. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to get up and stretch and restroom and top up my tea, maybe? No, I still have plenty. And I would recommend you guys do the same. I will run an ad break in the meantime, and I will see you in a little bit. Just glad someone can use something I no longer use. Fair enough. I can use it for sure. Hey, back. Hello. Welcome. I finished my mango. And Ixo showed me the book at a decent rate, so I might jump on that later. I need thread. I need thread. Let me get that. Alright, come here, you. If I haven't said it enough for you guys, buy the Nymo and the spool. I know it's like between $25 and $30 depending on the color and weight, but it's so worth it, and then you'll never run out. If you're seriously into beading, buy the spool. I know Nymo's not everybody's favorite. It's my favorite though. Like, and this makes such a huge difference. It really does. It really, really does. The quality is just so good. So good. This one's size B. Super spool. Yes. I want every color that Fire Mountain sells. I wish other beading brands, like thread brands, would just sell bulk amounts. Like, the closest you get is 1G will sell like 125, 250 yards. I don't even know how many yards this is. It's a bunch. Let's find out. Let's Fire Mountain again. I'm gonna find out. Red Nymo. Nemo keeps splitting on me, but I think it was a knockoff. Well, here's the thing, guys. Like, these guys, the little thread bobbins, they're fine, but they're less durable than the spools. The spools are what you want. $36.67 is the price on these. Size B and size D. I think I have B. I have one of each. I have a B and I have a D, and I don't remember which one's which, because my label is worn off. It has the number on it, so I think it's B though. Where is the item number? 1976B. Nope, that's not this. I don't know. Maybe I have the D. 144 yards. Like, loads of yards. Loads and loads and loads. So much yardage. Why is it not supposed to be the same stuff? It is supposed to be the same stuff, but just, I think it's a manufacturing difference. Like, I think there's different machines for the bobbins versus the spools. And I don't know why there's a quality difference, but there is a quality difference in bobbin versus spool Nymo. You'll see this over and over and over again. There are thread debates all over the place. And this is not as good quality as this. This is a proven fact. Like, and it's all colors. Because I've had red bobbin before. But I have red, and I have the turquoise. O-I-S-E, Nymo. Turquoise. I have this color. And the spool, which they're all the same price, $36. And they're sold out. What the hell? Who sold you out? Yeah, let's just go Nymo. And I don't have white, but I have like a cream ivory that isn't like officially Nymo. I don't know where it came from, but it's the exact same size spool. It's a much thicker weight of thread though, so this must have come from somewhere else. Oh, it's actually a bigger spool. But it looks like it's made by the same people. Like, so this is the official Nymo. This is whatever the off-white that I have is. It's the exact same material. It's a lot thicker. So I don't know where this came from. I got it at an antique store, like craft supplies, when I helped an old boss clear out a hoarder's house. So who knows where this came from. But it's super great, and it's super heavyweight. And I would pay $30 for that, even though I got it for free, you know? But yeah, there's the white, block. Okay, yeah, so this is 350 yards? 250 yards? So that's a medium size amount that they sell. So that's more than 144 yards. Don't lie to me. Oh, other package sizes available. How long is this? 2,505 yards right here. 2,505. Like 2,000 yards of thread. Like you'll never run out. I've had both of these for years, and I just got this third one the most recently, and that was like 3 years ago. So I've had these other two colors forever. I want one of every color, guys. Like, I seriously want one in every color. I'll save white and black for last. I want the colors first. Yeah, so there's black. I don't know why they have brown, but where are my spools? Let's go the price range 25 to 50 because I know they're all 36 bucks. There's white and there's black. I have this color. That's what this looks like. That's what that is. So I don't need that one. But I have these two colors. I want the green next. Green is my next go-to because I have a lot of use for green thread. I have a lot of green projects. So green is the next one I'm getting. Wait, there's two blues. That's lighter. Oh, dark. Royal blue. I want the royal blue as well. Green. Yeah. The green is nice. The green is going to be super useful, multi-useful. And then brown. I wish they had purple or pink or orange or yellow. But no, they just mostly have boring colors. And most of them are sold out too at the moment. Green isn't. The brown is sold out. Weird. So green's the next one I'll get. Green just blends into everything, right? Right? Yeah, green's so nice. XYZ. So I've looked at these. And they look like they're beading threads, but I don't think they are. This is XYZ beads. I've looked at the nylon threads, and they're like 1,000 yards. But like, I don't think it's beading thread. I think it's something else. And there's a variety of other threads on here that are nylon, various types. So I have to look through XYZ stuff. Like, they might have bulk options. Like, what's this? That is not beading thread. But I've seen spools before. What is this? That look maybe, like this looks close. What is this? It's machine embroidery thread. I don't know. Like, we've had this conversation before of like how there's this markup with crafting in general. Beading specifically has the markup, like with Fireline, you know, it's a fishing thread. But when it's packaged for beaders, it's way fucking more expensive, right? So I've always had this thought in the back of my head of, is nylon just like a jewelry, is NYMO, like just a jewelry markup of something else, you know? Is it? Do we know? Probably pull wrapping threads, maybe. You know, because I don't know. Like, I don't know. And I bet there are other options out there that are just nylon thread for all-purpose use, right? I'm just supporting good shops to get mine. Oh yeah, I went to Academy, and I went to Bass Pro Shop, and I went to Walmart to get my Fireline. I never once paid beading prices for it. Like, that was twice as much for half as much. Like, twice the cost for half as much material, and like, no thanks. No thanks. I paid $13 as opposed to $26, and I got twice as much, so that was fine. And then I stopped using it and have afforded my threads a heck of a lot better ever since. Oops. Oh well. I have a little knot now. I'll weave that back in eventually. Come on. Get in there. But yeah. I've been wanting to experiment. I think somebody was gonna buy like some sort of nylon thread and experiment beading with it. Was that you, Prince? Maybe? I would say it was Prince. But like this embroidery thread looks just close to Nymo. You'd have to look at the weight of it though. Yep. They come in metallics. Ooh, interesting. But yeah, it's just like, I want to know. I want to know what I can use. Because I have silamide. Silamide's fine, except that it's just impossible to thread on a needle when it like unravels. I like silamide just fine though. Nylon thread, sewing thread, 3-ply, 0.3 millimeter. What is the millimeter of Fireline? Ooh, metallics and glow in the dark. Ooh, fancy. Not Fireline, Nymo. What are our millimeters? What are our diameters? Oh, come on. Why don't item descriptions have everything you need? Did some quick googling, and my fishing line I use for beading is the same as Fireline and KO, a super nylon monofilament. Ooh, really? Interesting. Yeah, I'd like information on that range, like further, if you could. I like talking about thread. I like talking about thread. Okay, yeah, so that's definitely thicker. It's not what I need. Comes in 13 different diameters. Ooh. Ooh. But yeah, you're part of the world, Rain, it's hard to get beading supplies anyway. So that's definitely good that you have options that are better and more affordable. I've seen some of the prices you've shown me on stuff, and it's like, you gotta be a little more spendy than I have to be, and that's unfair. That just really is unfair. I also have like bought beads incrementally over the years, so I have a lot to work with because I've just been doing this a long time. Okay, I'm gonna not look at the beads. Been trying to tell people to try finishing stuff. Hey, I have been. This is the first thing I started this year. The piano hammer necklace is the second thing I started this year. And then the glow heart last night was the third thing. I've only started 3 things this year on purpose. I have 3 accidental starts over there, but that's not my fault. It's been going on for years. Okay. I was in Walmart the other night, and I couldn't find gold jump rings. So I didn't buy any gold jump rings, even though I could use them. I did find silver head pins, though, so I went ahead and bought a package of those. Because I am also out of silver head pins. So I figured I'd be better off having those because I have silver jump rings I can finish stuff with. And if I've run out of silver head pins, then I can't really finish silver stuff either. So better the silver head pins than gold jump rings, I guess. Rain. It's called Sea Knight Monster Blade Parallel. What? What? That's 2 L's. Oh, it looks like Wildfire. Weird. Cool. I was using the Fireline before they repackaged stuff. Yeah, I was using the Fireline before they repackaged stuff, and then I stopped using the Fireline afterwards, and Oh, Kana, going to be getting my next batch of Fireline from a sports store my next go around. Yes, absolutely, because if you did not know, sports stores, are they more affordable option? This comes up a lot in stream. Like, even though I don't use it anymore, I know that there are people out there who do. And so if you do still use Fireline, buy it from a fishing supply department in a store. It's so much cheaper. Family likes to fish. Ooh, parallel. That or order online from the website. Too much to buy from a craft store. Yeah. Yeah, crafts always have an insane markup. It's just, it's bonkers. It really is. Like, organza bags are more expensive in the jewelry section than they are in the wedding favor section. And wedding stuff already has a markup. I still haven't found a good, well, I think XYZ has a good price on organza bags. Actual fishing line. Well, yeah, no. Actual fishing line is the way to go for beadwork. Oh, I know what that is. Says Prince. Comparable to KO and Fireline. Like, what's the price on this? $9.52 to $16.40 for 500 meters. It's a pretty good price, I'd say. Sweet. So much cheaper, yeah. I got 500 meters for 25 bucks. Woohoo! That is awesome. Wildfire here is $8 for 25 meters. Cool. Wildfire is expensive anyway. The only reason I ever buy Wildfire is if I am intentionally making a very crystal heavy project. Because Wildfire is going to be my go-to for crystals. Like, it just is. But, like, I've never really been drawn to crystal heavy designs, so I don't own any Wildfire. If I had to use what I had on hand, I'm Texas, and my area is going to be Dick's or Academy. Oh, wait. You live in my state? I'm sorry. Pay a woman less than charge them more. In Texas. Me too, Kana. I'm sorry. Ugh. Like razors, you get the pink tax. Or, you know, feminine products in fucking general. Oh, I'm in the DFW. Oh, sweet. You are in driving distance of me, woman. Poor things. I know, we're very poor things. We are unfortunately located. Oh, dude, that stuff comes in colors. Rainstorm? What? You get so many cool colors for fishing line. That's amazing. What? Okay, sorry. I got distracted. Stop looking at stuff. Okay. But yeah, or you could go to Bass Pro Shop too, Kana. I've in the Grapevine area, there's a Bass Pro Shop, and I've bought Fireline there as well. It's been years ago, so I don't vouch for anything still being in stock, but I have bought Fireline in Grapevine from Bass Pro Shop. So I use the dark green, and it's really invisible with any bead colors. Ooh. I have found green fishing lines to be invisible. I used to have spider wire. I didn't like it, but it blended into everything. I want to go to the pyramid one in Tennessee. I have not been inside it, but yes, I know which one you mean. Only place I have been to in Grapevine has bows. Haven't been in Bass Pro Shop yet. Oh. I think, what was the last time I was in Grapevine? The last time I was in Grapevine was for... I went to the round one in the mall. The Grapevine Mills Mall. I went to round one because they had just gotten a DDR Ace arcade machine. So it was like the closest DDR Ace arcade to where I live. And that was super fun to go play for a day with some friends at the time. And that's probably the last time I intentionally went to Grapevine. That was years ago, though. Prince, I do use the Power Pro for heavy stuff. Interesting. I don't know, I'm just a nylon thread beater. Like, I don't like the stiffness of fishing lines. I think that's my real issue with it, like, is I don't like the end texture. Like, everything feels too stiff and it feels dry and flaky. Does that make sense? Like, kind of like the difference between your hands being super dry in the winter and them actually being well moisturized. That's what the difference in the beading thread feels like to me. Like these feel silky and soft and smooth, whereas fishing lines just feel stiff and jilted, and like the movement is jerky. You know, like when somebody's dancing the robot. It's by the mall that has the Lego store and aquarium. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I want to go play in the Lego playground store thing, but I don't have a child, so I can't. It's not fair. They don't let adults in. I'm not short enough. I make charms, so I need them. Okay, fair. You guys use the materials you like. I'm just informing you of what I do use for and why I use what I use. That's all. Been there with my daughter. It's okay, not the greatest. I know, but it just looks fun. I just want to be a kid again. I want magical thinking back. I use KO for fringy eating. I honestly used whatever thread color matches my project. That's as picky as I get, you know. And then if I have a very specific purpose for a thread, then I'll choose the thread that matches that purpose. It's not often the case, though. Like, my warp threads are always upholstery thread or anything thick. So I have upholstery thread for my warp threads because it adds a lot of structure. It adds a lot of structure and sturdiness to loom work. Loom work, I think, is too flimsy without it. That's probably why I didn't do loom work for a while, is because I was using Nymo for both warps and weft. I definitely believe the thicker your warp threads, the better. You can get too thick for the bead size, and that's depending on if you want that effect or not. But just for average beadwork, I use upholstery thread, whatever color that matches the project. I've only ever had one bad upholstery thread, and I had to remake a piece that contained it, several pieces that contained it, and then I just got rid of the thread because it had broken. And so I got a replacement color for that one in a different brand. That's probably when I bought this one. I bought this one and the new mustard at the same time. Oh, wait. KO gets good movement. KO does. It's very fluid. Very fluid. But KO is not good, Prince, if you're assembling a kaleidocycle. It's good for making the triangles, but I would absolutely not recommend KO for hinges on your kaleidocycle. It doesn't have the flexibility. I would use Sono. Sono is my favorite thread for kaleidocycle hinges. And Hannah, that one's really good too. Pretty much just use what's available to me and see what works. That's the way to do it. Honestly, like, what's available to you, what you discover for the first time, buy it. Use it. Danny May, hello, is raiding with a party of 3. Hi there. Hello, raiders. Welcome in, Danny. What were you working on today? How was stream? Thanks for coming in this Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday afternoon. Don't make me sing. This is why I kazoo. I am tone deaf, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least I think I am. I have no good musicality in my bones. Hello, welcome. But I just said Tuesday afternoon and it made me think of the Moody Blues. So there you go. We were working on a crochet scrap yarn bear. Ooh. Well, that's fun. I'd love to see how that works out. You're welcome to post links or join the Discord if you haven't already and post photos. Whatever floats your boat. Like, I can't even spell Discord right now. There you go. Whatever suits you best. If you want to share, feel free in whatever capacity you like. Finished off the body, ears, muzzle, and 1 arm. That sounds like a lot of work. Hopefully finishing it tomorrow. You crochet wizards. You guys are magicians, and your crochet hooks are wands. I just want you to know that. It is magical, and I don't understand. A lot of people say that about beadwork too, though. So, like, you know. People call me patient, and I'm like, you haven't met me, have you? Like, yeah, I can spend long hours doing quiet, silent things, but I'm not patient around people. Prince, I'll sing for you and you can sing for me and we'll both make the cat scream. Thank you, Neko Puff, for the follow and first time chat. I agree. I don't understand how crocheting works, but I understand knitting. I've never tried to knit. I actually do understand how crochet works. I have crocheted 1 donut in my life, and I do have 1 project on the go. That is bead crochet. And I can't tell you how long it took me to be able to get to this point because this thing is a monster and I hate every second of it, but I'm learning. So this is a bead crochet rope. It's supposed to be bangle size by the time I'm done. It's 14 pattern repeats. Oh, I got a few more. A few more inches. I've got maybe 8 pattern repeats left. I don't know. I've been wanting to bead crochet. It difficult. Oh, I did find something though. As far as learning how to start it off. That's cool. Thank you, Neko. Because traditionally you bead crochet start with a chain, a beaded chain, and then you go from there, and it's all floppy and weird and hard and difficult. But I did find something recently. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna go back. It's been a while. It's with a starter stump. RDR. Huh. Yes, okay, I found it. And this is from the artist website. So, did I copy? Copy. The third image on this page is how she starts off her bead crochet, and it's publicly shared for free. And so this is what I would recommend. I haven't done this yet, let me say that, but from what it looks like it takes the difficulty of bead crochet starting almost entirely away. So I can't remember if this project was a slip stitch project. I think it was, but this would work for either slip stitch or single crochet. It very difficult, Danny. I have done bead crochet many times in my life, and I've hated it every time. But I keep doing it because I know that it's going to be useful for certain projects, and so I don't want to fall so far out of practice that I just don't do it anymore, you know? Yeah, from what I've seen, it is difficult to start, but once you get the hang of it, it's like muscle memory. Yeah, I think you'd have to be using a good crochet thread. Typically what I use is upholstery thread. This one glows under black light, actually. I've got Coats Outdoor polyester. This one works pretty good. This one doesn't snag on the crochet hook too bad. I mostly use upholstery thread because that's what's available to me in a weight that I like. But I will say the Miyuki crochet thread is actually really good. It's like a dream. But it comes in such small amounts. Like, here's mine. So, I absolutely hate Miyuki's beading thread. Don't like it. It frays and knots and is weird. But I absolutely love their crochet thread. That's this guy. Bead crochet thread from Miyuki. I bought this at Art Beads. I favor the single crochet one. Yep, that works. I didn't know how to single crochet for the longest time, so I've mostly done slip stitch crochet. This is actually my first single crochet project. That's where you'll see the hollow tube. If you don't see the hollow tube, it's slip stitch. Anyway, oh, so you make a starter piece. That's smart. It's like making a starter piece for peyote. Yes! And like, I found this gem of a tutorial not even like 2 months ago. And they're from, what years are they from? They are from like August and October of 2018. So this artist is the only person I've ever seen do it this way. And she got published in August and October of 2018. I recently came across the issues of those magazines, like, not even, but a couple months ago, within the last couple months. And it's a starter piece, and you can just salvage the beads when you're done. You might also be able to reuse it. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't done this yet, but this is exactly the kind of thing I've been looking for bead crochet start, because that's the hardest part. Like, I distinctly remember when I was in high school, I was watching Malcolm in the Middle. If that tells you how old I am. I was watching Malcolm in the Middle and starting and restarting and restarting and restarting and restarting and restarting my bead crochet until I finally had my aha moment. It took hours just to start the thing. And like, subsequent ones have taken slightly less time, but they still take forever. So the starter stomp seems like it's going to like circumvent a lot of that frustration. Like, I have rage quit stream trying to bead crochet. I am still on my bead crochet point redemption projects because I have not gotten far enough on them. I only bead crochet on the couch with my knees up. I have to hold the spool between my knees. That's just how I learned. I learned to bead crochet on the school bus. And at home with my knees up. Prince. I use the crochet thread size 20 Aunt Annie's. I am not even familiar, but I take your word for it. Yep. And you can practice with yarn and pony beads. True that. You know, that might be better. The bigger the beads, the better. Honestly, I don't think size 11 beads are for me for bead crochet. I think size 8 beads are actually the best. Like, let me show you. I think they look the best too. So like this is where I would like have tons of size 8-0 beads. If you have lots of 8-0s that you want to get rid of, I would recommend bead crochet. Because I used to do a bunch of size 6 beads when I was learning. And those ropes went pretty well. Yeah, the starter for the slip sucks. Yeah, so like the link I just posted seems to be super genius in comparison. Where's my other one? I've got it, okay. Hopefully it works out. Fingers crossed, but save that link. If you want to learn how to bead crochet, I'd start there and circumvent some of the harder stuff. And, you know, like the artist says, this is just the first page of the tutorial on her website. Let me find out which issue of the magazine it is real quick. I have it here. October? Is it October or is it August? I have both the projects that she had in Beading Button. I need to zoom out. Jeez. Ooh, bead a bead. Bead a bead. Dang it. So pretty. I'm getting distracted. I'm looking. Okay. Yeah. This is October of. This is Beading Button October 2018. Yeah. So that's only part of the instructions, but it's enough to get you started. It really is. You need practice before you go small. I've had practice, but I don't think I want to go any smaller than size 8-0 in future, honestly. Save the pic. We'll try it out when I'm done with my crochet project. Yes. Let me know. Let me know if you succeed. Because I know how hard it is to learn to bead crochet. It's not a fun time. Neko Puff. I've been trying to knit a scarf, but I'm never happy with what I'm doing with it. So I keep tearing it apart. Oh no. You know, and things like that, like especially if you're learning, I would just keep going and just have, this is my practice piece. This is how I learned, you know. Oh, I know a YouTuber that may help. Oh. I know which YouTuber you mean, I think. And she just makes it look like nothing. Like bead crochet is like the simplest thing. It's like breathing to her. And I'm like, you watch the YouTubers bead crochet and you're like, guys, your crochet hook must not be related to mine because anyway, these are bead crochet starter stumps that I've made as well, like starter pieces. This one sucks. My first one sucked, and I took that one apart. I'm probably going to take this one apart. I crocheted it too tight. So that's one of the other ways they recommend that you start off a piece of bead crochet is to have made a starter piece, like a starter strip for peyote. But I messed this one up because I still wasn't great at single crochet. So it's too tight. You can't get in there and insert your hook very easily, so no thanks. This one was supposed to be 6 around, but it ended up being 5 around, so I can do a 5 around, which this is super nice. But I messed up the pattern, so I'd have to restart this and do it 6 around. I meant to do it 6 around, and I don't know how I messed up, because 6 around is the most common slip stitch start. But it's a good example of what size 8s look like when they are slip stitch crocheted. And this is a good example of what size 8s look like when they are single crocheted. Like I said, I was still learning single crochet, so my tension on this is wibbly and wobbly in places. I think I'll keep it, actually. I won't tear it apart. I just want it. I like holding it. But I don't know. I don't know. crochet. Bead crochet is a nightmare. Let's just put it at that. Bead crochet is too hard. That's why we're looming. Single bead crochet, size 11-0 beads. Most of these are Tohos. The greens are both Toho. I don't remember what the golds are or the reds. Mixed variety of size 11 beads. I would do all Tohos, I think, maybe in future if I did more 11-0 bead crochet. The 8-0s look like a fidget toy. Looks cool though. Oh, really? Because I think my fidget toys look like fidget toys. I guess. You could play with it. Those reds are gorgeous. These reds? Yeah. I love this AB red. I never remember the name of it. And then this is a deep dark red. It's a deep dark matte red. I've had those two colors on and off forever. But yeah. So this was a free pattern on a Russian blog somewhere. And it twists. All bead crochet patterns are gonna twist, for ropes anyway. And I did pretty good. Like, there was a part earlier on where I accidentally increased and I had to go back and fix it. There was a part here where I later found out that I skipped a row. There should be a green here. Like here. It should be here. So I skipped an entire row. Whoops. And then I went up and 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 up. And I had a whole bunch of trouble here because my upholstery thread was doing weird stuff. And I had to cut the thread and I ended up losing a bead in the process. So I have a gap. And then later on, like here, I had duplicated this same row right here. So it could have ended up down here and I could have not messed up the pattern. But oops. I just keep going. Keep going. That's a problem. Like, if you're learning, just keep going. Like, it's hard and it's silly and like you get pattern goof ups and mess ups, but like overall nobody's really gonna care or notice except for you. BRB, gonna find some food. Yes, find food. Post-raid food. There are tons of patterns for them on Pinterest. True. It's unique. Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's my bead crochet project. And I will say, anybody who is wanting to learn bead crochet, buy yourself a tulip crochet hook. I got this off of Art Beads. This is a 1mm, which I find works just fine with size 11 beads and bigger. The smaller ones would probably work with size 15 beads, but you don't want to use size 15 beads to start. I don't even want to use size 15 beads ever in bead crochet. I am not interested. I don't care. But the number 6 1mm tulip crochet hook, the light pink one here, super gorgeous. That's the third raid today. Megan of all trades, hello, and welcome, raiders. How is everybody today? Megan, how was your stream? What were you working on? My goodness, guys. We were talking bead crochet and how much I hate it, because I was distracting myself away from the loom work that I'm doing. I'm actually making dominoes. All the people. Megan of all people. Yes, she brought us all the people. Hello and welcome. What is going on in Moatland today? For here, I am making dominoes. Loom work out of beads. And when each one is finished, it gets woven onto this dude. This is my cascading domino bracelet. It's upside down. This is right way up, but that's how I have to loom it on. I'm good. How are you? That's so fun. It's so time intensive. Like, this is a get nothing done project when I stream it. And I've only been streaming it for the most part, so I've gotten a lot of nothing done. I started it 2 weeks ago, I guess. I only have the book for like 3 weeks. But yeah, so they go in upside down. This is the base of the bracelet. It's gonna go on my arm like this. This is gonna be a me project. Like, I have no plans of selling this. Like, I can never make my time's worth out of it. Keep spilling my soldered jump ring. Get back in there. But yeah, the dominoes, they look like this when they're all done after I have woven in the ends and before they go onto the loom. Ta-da! So yeah, I'm just making those. I got all sorts of stuff in my way, but I'm just making dominoes and chit-chatting this nice Tuesday afternoon. How are you today, Megan? How is life treating you? What fancy plans do we have for the week? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But what I'm using here is a small Clover loom. Clover is a brand name. It's a tool brand name for those of you who might not know it yet. I've been so busy. Oh no. The busy. Life can do that. Remember to take time for yourself, calm down, have quiet moments, play video games, have tea, whatever it is that gives you you time. Remember, you need you time. Beads. Thank you. Be the ultimate fidget bracelet. No. The ultimate fidget bracelet, for me, is still in progress. I'll show you. I get one row done and I bring out a new whip. This has the ultimate fidgety bracelet. That. Ooh. Yes, I actually ended a bit early so I can go relax and cook dinner. Oh, goody, goody, goody. All the relaxing. Okay. So, for those of you who have been around long enough to remember Cool Crab. Cool Crab was this color palette, and I made all of these little triangles. There's 84 triangles in here. There's also a like random little dude. What be that? These are little bitty baby tiny peyote stitch triangles. A few different patterns. I haven't looked at this project in so long. Bear with me. And they turn into itty bitty teeny tiny tetrahedra, which are going to be hinged together long enough to make a kaleidocycle bracelet. So this will be the ultimate fidget bracelet that I can wear. It's going to be a bangle. So there's like 80 something triangles in here. I did this so long ago, I don't even remember. Like, thankfully, I left myself my hinges to remember. OMG insane. Ooh, cool. Yeah, this will be the only kaleidocycle I make this year, I think. It is in my whip pile. It is one of my longer term projects. Stop. Yeah. It gonna be a lot. There's at least 20 tetrahedra that will be needed. Okay, gonna drop into lurk while I cook. Have fun beading. I will, Megan. Thank you so much for coming in with your peoples. Enjoy your afternoon and have yourself a good dinner. But yeah, so I have a lot of triangles. Like, a lot. This was boring to make. This was very boring to make. But each triangle whipped by like that. You know, it was just doop, doop, super fast. Bloop, bloop. Yeah, so some of them are confetti, some of them are just like pinwheels, some are like little dips, and some are triangles. So that'll be like that flower face, but lots of it. I'll wait 10 years to see that. Hey, no, I promise you it'll be done by the end of the year. And if you have 6,000 channel points, you can make me finish it now. Do you have 6,000 channel points? I will switch to this project. Lol, I'm willing. Check your channel points. If you have 6,000, you can make me finish anything you want. That's a reachable channel point number goal. I promise you guys. The last time someone reached their 6,000, I finished 15 projects in the next 24 hours. If I had the channel points, you'd be doing it now. We'll wait for next week. Okay. All right. But you guys know that's what that channel point redemption is for. You can make me finish anything you want. It can be a random piece or you can be specific. I don't care. Oh, and this guy. This is actually an even smaller tetrahedra. This is made out of size 15 beads. It's only 2 rows of beadwork connected with edge beads. So this is going to be like miniature, world's miniaturest kaleidocycle. It's so tiny. I actually have more colors of size 15 delicas now. Because at the time I only had the clear and the black. Now I have clear, black, white, red, and capri blue. So I probably would use the capri blue one. This one could just end up being a little bead on something in the end. Just be a little tiny pointy bead. But I spent the last of mine on a new bead pun page or whatever. Right? We're getting so close. I really have waited that long for some fanfics. Oh geez, I imagine. So I'm gonna keep this in here for now. But I think Mini Baby Kaleidocycle might use the blues that I just bought instead. I like the blue better. It's shiny. And that bead might end up just being tossed in the use it in a finished project later kind of pile, not as its own whip. Right now it's its own whip because it's still an idea. But it could be something else later. Kaleido earrings? Oh no, I'm only making one. I don't want to make 2. Although it wouldn't take too long because they are itty bitty baby. And that's actually another IXO idea. Like, how small can you make it? He said one day. I'm like, I've already made them small. He's like, but you can go smaller, right? I'm like, only if I change the bead size and, reduce the number of rows by, like, 1. It's like, how small can you go? Stop. But like, kaleidocycles wouldn't be any fun as earrings because, like, I guess you could play with them because, you know, you'd want to fidget with it, right? So you could play with them, but also while tugging on your ear, and that just doesn't seem like, I don't know. I wouldn't want somebody to rip the holes in their earrings because they were distracted. Like, rip the holes in their ears because they're distracted playing with a kaleidocycle. No. I'd rather it be like a keychain. Fashion doll size. You know, I wouldn't want to do it for earrings for that reason because I don't want somebody to hurt themselves while messing with something they're wearing. So I would do it as a pendant or a keychain, or I don't know if there'd be a way to do it as a bracelet or a ring. That's unknown right now. But it's worth exploring what to do with a tiny kaleidocycle. Because it'd be hard to get any smaller than that. I don't think you can. Any smaller than the tetrahedra I just showed you. You'd put it on a hook so it goes off and on. Yeah, that would work. Or you'd use a soldered jump ring like this on one of the connections, and then you do a lobster claw attachment to the jump ring that's embedded in the cycle so that you could use it. So I don't think ring would be the best option. I think a pendant, maybe a bracelet. No, I think just a pendant. Or just, you know, earrings, but yeah. It really depends, though. Like, I have really, really tiny lobster claws that I do actually use for charms. So that's a good idea. I'll keep that in mind. But that's a problem-solving time for another day that is not for today. Today is Dominoes. I'm going to be really sick of Dominoes. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And me being really sick of Dominoes is why I have the piano hammer necklace in progress, because I really love working the asymmetry of that design. I need more asymmetrical designs, though. Like ones that I really, really love. That I could duplicate. Maybe I should do more, what are they called? Eileen's? Like my freeform peyote stitch necklaces. I haven't done those in a minute. I do have plenty of bead soups I could choose from. I have lots of stuff in progress, though. I don't need to be making more new stuff. That's how we got into the mess that we got into. Unless, you know, the idea is suitable for something in progress. I don't need to be, like, going off on tangents. I am flexing my finish the thing muscles. So. Have to finish something before I start something. So I've had 3 new starts this year. I had 3 accidental ones. They're over there. I almost considered like working on those today too. They're over there. I'll show you. I think I showed these actually yesterday, but it was too dark. I sold the Lotus, the red and blue resin pendant from the last like resin experiments I did. So I ended up with 2 more lotuses and 1 thingy, teardrop. So these are resin. They're resin filled shapes. It looks like it flowed under the edges here and here on accident. I didn't get it quite adhered well. I need to mix it more white because I had a bubble that didn't fill all the way. Who is calling me from Idaho? Oh. I didn't think I had an alarm. It really is hard not starting new stuff. It really is. And so I am only accidentally starting stuff. This was an accidental because IXO was working on a resin project and I used up the leftovers. Because I don't like resin to go to waste because, you know, it's still usable. Why not use it? And so that's what I did. So I had yellow on both of these, and then blue here, and then green, and I had white. And then these are super duos that I put in for this little half fan shape thing, which I think is cute. Cute. And then none of these are thick enough to come off of the tape as is. Like, you can still see the tape through some of these colors because that was just how little resin I actually had. Just enough to like mix with pigment, and I use chalk pastel for my pigmentation. So I'll come back through and I'll add a layer of clear resin to fill up the rest of the reservoirs and to dome it a little bit, and that way it'll be super cool. Super cool. But yeah, these are fun. I liked making these. And I got a bubble in that one. It probably won't pop either, will it? No, it did. Okay. But yeah, so I'll have to fill those up with white. Which means I'll probably fill in some of this with white with the leftover. And then use the clear. But yeah, that's one of the recent accidental starts. This was intentional start. The piano hammer necklace was an intentional start because I was using up the shell that needed the clay. I went ahead and did a clay project I already had in mind. So it was kind of an accidental, kind of an intentional start. It was in the middle. And then the Valentine glow heart was an intentional start last night. Because I need glow projects, so. I'm actually going to redo that with navy thread. I don't have black thread right now. But I have a navy colored thread that'll sink into the black in that piece. And so I'll redo my progress up until where I stopped last night. And then next Monday, I'll restart during Glowstream where I left off, but with sturdier thread. So that that design can be like fully explored on stream. But I'll redo what I've done so far because that purple thread just it's not good, and I don't want to have not good thread in part of it, you know. I'm fine having not good thread in all of something, but if I've given up on a thread, I don't want it existing in any of my current work if I can help it. I will say that this red Nymo is probably one of the things I gravitate to the most. And like, guys, if I ever send you a package and you're like, I would like to try Nymo from the spool, please, I will bobbinate you some red or blue Nymo. I have both. The cream is a bit too heavyweight for beadwork. It's good for other stuff, but not for beadwork. I will absolutely send you guys some thread off of the spool for you guys to try out. I don't mind doing that. Heck, I even have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I even have like surplus stamps in the garage, so I can just send you a bobbin of spool Nymo if you guys want. If you're in the US. If you're outside the US, then I don't think I have enough stamps for that. But yeah. Hi, I'm at work, so I can't hear you. Is that Nymo B? Yes, this is Nymo. I think it's B. It's Nymo. I have ripped the tag. I don't remember. I think it's B. It looks like a B. And then my turquoise is D, but I also ripped the tag. I don't remember. Yeah, the turquoise is D. They really seem pretty much the same. I might just get B in future though. Like, I think D is too thick for a lot of what I need. Can't see, it's torn off. D, bummer. But yeah, I think the turquoise is D and the red is B, and I love both. They're both great. I gravitate towards the red more just because I use projects that need red thread more. But these are so worth it. If you ever buy a spool of this on your own, it's $36. Sounds like a lot. 100% worth it. Because the bobbin thread is inferior. A lot of people don't like Nymo because they can only like afford the bobbins. Or only want to afford the bobbins, but the spool is so much better. And I didn't believe this for like at least a decade, and then I went and I bought my own. I might have bought it with competition credit. I will be honest there. I probably bought it with competition credit. Like, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I want the green spool next. Absolutely love it. Nymo's great. Green Nymo spool is next on my list. I wish they made other colors. I wish I knew how to aftermarket color stuff like Sparkle Spot does for Fireline, so that I could just get the white and dye it whatever color I wanted. Does anybody know how to dye thread? Because I would totally do that. I would totally get the white and just like dye it myself. How do you dye thread? Does anybody know? This is a good idea. I need to keep this one. Keep it. Let's write it down. And write down that thing about the detachable kaleidocycle too. Down. Okay. Yeah. Ritz dyes work for synthetic. Ooh. And those are usually available in craft stores, right? Because that's what people use to like dye their cross-stitching fabrics, I believe. Like when they're ice dyeing. Even Walmart. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Okay. I will maybe try that out. Just maybe take some of the cream thread I have. Ultimately, I'd want to do it on like a spool of white B or D. Oh my gosh, my knot ended up being too big. No. Got a little feisty. Aha, okay. Yeah, dolls. SSF? I don't know what that means. SSF? Hey, you got all 3 dominoes woven. What? I wasn't even paying attention. Did I do it right? Did I do the right colors and patterns? I think I did. We get to take it off the loom now. Yay! Woo! You guys probably think I'm insane for looming these instead of square stitching these, and you would be right. However, I love the texture of loomed pieces over square stitch pieces. Like just the tactile nature of loom work is superior to square stitch. Just saying. And I'd rather do something in a stitch I like and in a medium I enjoy than not do it in that stitch. There are instances where square stitch for me is superior, like Cool Crab. Cool Crab seemed like loom work would be a good idea. And then I loomed him, and that wasn't a good idea. And then I took him apart, and I tried again, but the take apart Cool Crab ended up being all of those triangles you saw earlier on stream. And so, you know, it's fine. And like a whole bunch of other color palette pieces I made off of that as well. So I ended up with a whole collection of work off of Cool Crab. So yeah, this is all you do when you're ready to take it off the loom. You just pop off the little feet on the back, and then you unwind it around, unwind it from the little pegs. It falls off, and you put the feet back on. Use it for pixel charms. Yes, yes, absolutely. Itty bitty tiny pixel art. Square stitch is perfect. There we go. And it's ready to be rewarped when you're ready for that. I put the big old, I don't even know what kind of needle this is. It's literally just there for tension. I put it back in my little project bag of other things. This is a solder jump ring I plan on using on the big bracelet to hold the clasp in place. And then we have all the little dudes with all the little threads and stuff. So first I'm gonna put away my beadies. I'm done with the beads today. It's all threads from here on out. Whew. All done with that. And this gives me like stopping points. Like I only need to make 3 dominoes at a time, which means I make these and then I get them woven onto the loom. And since this is a long-term big project, then I can move on and I can finish off one of my mini whips. And then when I'm finished with that, I can come back to this project, make 3 more dominoes, and repeat, you know. Dominoes, whip, dominoes, whip, dominoes, whip, dominoes, whip, dominoes, whip, until the dominoes is finished. And then, like, the sequence changes depending on what else I'm making in the future. This is how I tackle my things, you know. I've learned, though, not to, like, switch back and forth between more than 2 projects. Theoretically, like, Glowstream is the exception there, but Glowstream is being slowly incorporated back into life. You know, there's just too much going on. But here at my desk, dominoes and a whip until one or the other is finished. And then if the dominoes gets finished first, then it's 1 whip at a time. If the whip gets finished first, then I'll replace the piano hammer necklace with probably that polymer clay thingy down there with the inlay of the shell, since that's in that box. And then when that gets done, what else is in that box? The bead crochet. I don't want to do it, but I'll do it. I'll probably do that one while watching TV on the couch, though, because that's just where it's most comfortable for me. I can't bead crochet sitting up. Like, I cannot sit in a chair properly and bead crochet. I need gravity to bring the beads down to the beadwork, so I need to hold the spool between my legs, between my knees, and let the beads fall down the thread. So that's a while I'm watching TV in the bedroom or in the living room project. I just have it in here so that I remember it exists, because I had it in the nightstand forever and it wasn't even part of my whip count at the beginning of the year. So technically I had 105 projects, not 104 at the beginning of the year. And like every other number until now has been like 1 higher. Whoops. Whoops. I'm a cheater. I was lying. Only by accident, though, like I promise. Because I totally forgot it was in there until I was watching TV in the living room one night and being like, where did my bead crochet project go? I haven't seen it in my... Oh, it's in the nightstand. So, yeah. I didn't know I was cheating, but I was cheating. Okay, so now we start on one side, get the working red thread out the way. We're done with this for now. Okay. Okay, that's out of the way. And now, the loops, you just cut them. I also need to sharpen Reginald. My scissors are wearing down. So you cut any loops on the ends. Like this loom is meant for you to actually like deal with your warp threads by like pulling them like this. But then you get like the little loopies on the every other bead problem. I don't like that. So I don't do that. That's what it's meant for. So that's what you can do if you like the loops on the ends. I need clean beadwork for this, like pristine looking edges for this piece. So I don't do that for this piece. Or any, but that's just me. It is valid. You just always run the risk of past you having spliced your thread while working the piece. That's the biggest reason that I don't pull my warp threads. There's always that risk of your needle has gone directly through the middle of one of your warp threads and you don't know it until you go to try to finish off a piece. So there you go. There's one little domino with its little warpy buddies. Cut any lengths in the middle as halfway as you can get them. And just keep snipping your loopies. Snip loop, snip loop, snip loop. Snip, snip, snip. Anything that's knotted like this, I just cut below the knot. It's just not worth untangling. For me. Snip, 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 snip is snip. Done with that part. And I take needle, sewing needle, cross stitch needle. I don't even know what kind of needle this is. Thicker needle. Regular sewing needle type thickness. That way it's just easier to thread. You can use a beading needle, but those aren't easy to thread. Just use something easy to thread for the size warps that you have. Remember, I have upholstery thread, so it's thicker than beading thread. So if you use beading thread, you can use a beading needle for this. I would still recommend a bigger one. We always skip our first row here. We don't go through the side wefts. We go between the wefts of every single row. I do 7 on these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do 7 on the dominoes. I typically go between 8 and 12 rows, depending on the piece and how much pressure is going to be put onto the edge of this. If it's like a clasp area, I tend to go 10 or more. If it's not a clasp, you can get away with 6 to 10 rows in. That's under the weft, so technically 11 rows. You know, you add 1 because you skip this first one, because if you went through this, you would undo your work. So you want to go over that one and through the second row and onwards, and that keeps your warp threads snug in place. Thank you, Sharon Bateman, for this technique. She is uncelebrated in the beading world for this. Just like that. Pull through. Easy peasy. Clean edge. Gorgeous. When it's finished, you don't even see the threads after you've snipped them off. Snipping them off is fine. The beads capture the threads in place. They do not ever come undone. It takes an extreme amount of force for them to come undone. And in something like this, there's not going to be any force put on them at all. Just like that. Super easy. You know, you get just a little bit more of an indication of a thicker gap line between rows, but that's really it. Like, it's so easy. It's nothing there, and it's a peaceful, repetitive motion. I like doing it. I know a lot of people don't like weaving in ends. So like when I see other fiber artists being like, I have so many ends to weave in, and there's like 5, I laugh because of this, you know. But it's a friendly, oh, okay, five's nothing, not for me, you know, because this is gonna have 16 on each domino, but it only takes a few seconds. This is why I need a Yubanuki, because I need a thimble, but I don't like metal thimbles. I never have. I've never liked the ceramic ones either. They're just not flexible. This is why I need to make a Yubanuki, so that like my warp weaving can go faster without hurting me. And I have instructions to make one. Hooray! Often I'll just use the surface of the table to use as a thimble. That works just as well. Yep, they really are nice. I really want to make one just for this purpose. I don't know where I'd keep it on my desk, but I really want to make one. Thank you for showing them to me. Thank you for showing me so many things, Prince. Like, I've learned so much from you. Even if I haven't utilized it yet, I've just learned so much, you know? Back had a salad with an unsure. Like, I can't even pronounce things. Okay, cool. Salad and like a protein drink. I think that's what those are, right? It's been a while since I've seen them. I keep mine on a ring hanging from my lamp. Ooh, neat. I don't know if I would want mine visually displayed or if I'd want it in my box with like where my needles are kept, because I have a fossil tin that holds my needles and my thread wax and my measuring tape and my miniature screwdriver for my glasses if they ever fall apart, because, you know, it's the right size. Except that's not actually a screw. The other side is the screw. Silly me. But yeah. If I ever need to tighten anything on my glasses, the miniature screwdriver comes in handy. But I've had decent glasses for a while. It's just good to have it. Also, who knows what else needs a little tiny Phillips head screwdriver. So, a little baby tiny glasses kit screwdriver. Perfect. But the Yubanuki would fit right in here. I have mini boxes. I'd lose it. Well, this box holds these things and I use it every day. As you can see, I have like worn some of the design off. I love fossil tins. They're just super pretty. I don't own any of the watches because I don't wear watches, but I love the tins. They hold lots of things in my house. Mostly tea. They hold a lot of tea. It's the perfect size box for decor that will hold your tea bags from your grocery store. Zoom. That show up as well on the white domino, sadly. Did I get it? Yeah. Okay. Really need that thimble. This would be so much easier. And usually this last one, I point it towards myself. I just find it easier. What do we got? Oh, picture. Ooh, guys, look at the Yubanukis. Look at these thread devils. Look how pretty. Those are so intense looking. Like, the ones I have instructions for aren't even that complicated. I'll have to go back on YouTube and look and see which one I like. Look at the patterns. Oh, they're so pretty. I love this. I love this one. So it's like a, I know what kind of ring this is. This is the kind that has the like latchet clasp bit at the top. There's carabiners back there too. They're so cool. Oh, I like this one. I cheated and used variegated threads. Oh. Oh, that makes sense. The whites are blanks. Gotcha. They're ones you intend to make soon with guidelines on them. Yep. Cool. Man, you must have really had like a bunch of really cool threads show up in that new stash of yours. That's super inspiring. I have a bunch of pinks and purples from an estate sale that I got roughly October, I guess, November maybe? Don't remember at this point. So I have newer colors of floss to work with, so I can use floss. All right, time for snipping. You just hold the piece as tight as you can, so that when you cut them, the threads will just kind of slide back into the work, and they'll hide from view. 5, 6, 7, 8, just like that. Roll your beads a little bit. And if you've done it tight and close enough, you won't be able to see the threads at all. Like, I can't. Can you? Can you see them? I can't. They're all simple designs. I see mermaids with those colors if you choose the scales. Ooh, true. But yeah, that's all it is. You weave your threads in and you snip them. You don't go through a single bead in the process. Use whatever size needle you want. It doesn't matter. Whatever works for you. And then you do the other side. Like, I will be enthusiastic about this forever, because it took me 14 years of beading before I actually learned this. 14 years. I wasted so much time. I could have only wasted 7, but I didn't find the book until another 7 years. So, I wasted so much time. The edge one is the trickiest one of all of them. Really, like, you gotta really make sure that you're under everything. Not the first one, but the second one and up. Always. And it's the one that's gonna want to like bunch up the most, so you gotta make sure your tension is a little looser on this one, but all the medium inside ones are fine. You can be tighter tension. Like, technically the instructions are to take this one on both sides through the bottom, but I need to be able to weave through the bottom, I do that on occasion. And back, you're back. Hello and welcome back. I'm still here. Is it lunchtime? Ooh, I've been streaming almost 4 hours. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And remember, you're skipping the first row. Second row and onwards. I did 7. Yeah, the white isn't showing this very well, but that's okay. Teenager shenanigans of the day. Fart spray. I wish that didn't exist. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Ugh. That's rough. Tell them they're not allowed to shop at Spencer's anymore. Like the kids who came to the library were spraying fart spray. Why are they like this? Attention-seeking behavior? I don't know. Because they're kids and they're doing it for giggles because it's funny. But it's only funny the first time kind of funny. Ugh. I'm so sorry. I hope that phase ends quickly. But there'll always be somebody who has that phase, so I'm sorry. I wasn't like that. I don't think I really had much of a personality as a kid. Or sense of humor. Didn't know who I was yet. I just stayed quiet and shut up. Which is problematic in its own way. Like, seriously problematic in its own way. I don't know why they're like this. I'm sorry. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So blurry. It don't like me. The white is mean. I think I had this problem last time I was weaving in the white one. The white is mean. Almost done with it though. Okay, I'm getting tired too, but stream is almost there. We've got like 22 minutes left. That's probably enough to get the rest of these woven. We'll see which one happens first, and then we'll call it. The last two are always hard. They're just not as easy to hold on to or weave in. I know people don't like weaving in threads, and this project has a lot of that. Like, it's my own fault, you know. I have dozens of dominoes to make times 16 threads. That's a lot of thread. But not every project is like this. You know, if you made a small bracelet, 16 threads for just one bracelet, you know, not a huge deal for a 7 bead across. And, you know, that's just it, and you're done, right? Or if you made a bigger bracelet, you know, and you wanted that nice clean edge, doing it this way, but for one project is probably a lot easier for some people to get their head around. I'm going to cut that short one first. I know it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of work that gives a gorgeous result that is still a lot less work than some of the other traditional ways of weaving in that include going through the beads or that include knotting the ends to make a clasp off the end or whatever. Nah. I wonder, a little one domino bracelet. Something. That's a 4-3. Oh, the next one should technically be this one. This one, then this one. But, yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, you're telling me. I know. I should be square stitching. I know. For me, square stitching feels like more work for something like this. I just square stitching doesn't appeal to me often. It has its places, but it doesn't appeal to me often personally. No, I meant that when I tried on beading, I did it the old-fashioned way by weaving the ends, holding them over, and stitching. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that way sucks too. I just don't like most of the ways that loom work is finished off. I especially don't like it when they teach you how to loom the band, and then they say, and finish off the threads. That is a pet peeve of mine for loom work instructions, is just, here, we're going to show you how to go add your warp threads. We're going to show you how to add one more than the number of beads that your piece is wide. We're going to show you how to go under the warp threads, push the beads up, go back through, weave to desired length, you know, whatever, and then finish off. Screw you, instructions. No. Tell me how. Don't give me in-depth directions on everything else and then assume I know how to finish it off. Like, what if I'm a beginner? How do I finish it off? What do I do? You know, tutorials like that drive me up a wall. Just loom work specifically, you know, because there are a dozen ways to finish it off. And each one has its advantages. And it really depends on the materials you chose to weave with. That costs extra. Why even make the tutorial? Why not just put a chart? You know, if you're going to assume someone knows how to finish off, then just assume they know how to loom in the first place and just give me a diagram, like a chart, and that's it. That's all I need. Like, don't give me in-depth instructions for the whole rest of the project and then assume that, you know, like, no. Get that out of the way. It's so dumb. So incredibly dumb. and it's part of why beadwork is an undervalued. I mean, loom work is undervalued in the beading community. Just not everybody's willing to deal with threads. Assume makes an ass out of you and me. I've never heard that before. That's good. Yeah, we can teach you to finish it off, but that will cost you a headache and aching fingers from Googling trying to find the video where we explain that because we don't want to link it below. Enjoy! Really? Yeah, no, I've never heard of that. Oh my gosh. Or like, maybe I've heard it said, but I've not seen it spelled out. Does that make sense? Like, yeah. Like, sometimes you need to see the visual joke, right? Like, what does the letter T and an island have in common? Yeah, makes sense. What does the letter T and an island have in common? They're both in the middle of water, you know, and you need to see it like this. Water, you know, in order for the joke to make sense. Because if you just tell it to somebody, then it takes them a second, right? So, like, the ass out of you and me, like, I've heard it, but I've never seen it that way. Danny Mae is gonna head out for now, getting sleepy. Take care. Good night. Have a good rest. Have a good evening. Have a good rest of whatever your day is, whatever time zone you live. Take care of yourself, and thank you for the raid. It's an entire riddle that spells out spider. What? If you find it, put it in the Punderdome. I'm curious. Four, 5, 6, 7. In the Punderdome, in the jokes section of the Discord. It's where the puns live. I love riddles and jokes and memes. They all live there. If it's like a long joke, I'd love to see it later. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I might not finish all of these. I got close though, this stream. More of a riddle, but okay. It'll still be fine. It's fine. Wordplay is good. We are almost to 6 p.m., which is stream and dinner time for me. It's 5:47. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with my evening. I might finish up this segment of Dominoes. Depends on if I want to like do fun beating later. Do I want to do fun beating? Do I want to play Rogue Galaxy? I think I want to play Rogue Galaxy. I'm on a video game kick, so I'll probably just shut stuff off and clean stuff up and go eat dinner. So it'll take me a minute to clean my desk up before I get to the dinner part. It's the hard part is cleaning up my desk after stream. It's like, can I just abandon it? No, you can't abandon it. That's not fair. Not fair to future you, self. She won't appreciate that. She's got stuff to do tomorrow. I don't know. Well, technically I don't. I let myself have Wednesdays off so that I can play Rogue Galaxy all day. It's like if level 5 did Final Fantasy X. So like I like it better because it's level 5. I'm sorry, what category was that? Welcome to the Punderdome. Yes. Welcome to the Punderdome. Thanks, Rain. It's my place for silly shenanigans. Shenanigans. Just dropped cats in there, so yes, I know it. I heard a beep. I'll check those out later. I'm almost done here, so. Let us finish this side, cut this bit off. I won't do the other side, and we can start looking for somebody to raid. I don't ever have anybody like consistently on that I consistently raid. So it's always a mystery. We don't know who we raid. Just somebody. Do we have a good feeling that there's a beater out there? I think maybe there might be a beater out there. Let's look for one. Better be careful. Every time I think there's a beater out there, there usually is. Then we have more people whose work we want to admire. I'm not seeing it. The Punderdome? It dare. It's usually it's under the nope, not a nerd section. Under give me a thing to watch and Queen of Book Suggestions. Cats. Fun to draw a cat. It's fun to draw cats when you don't know cat anatomy. They look normal to me. Cats don't know what anatomy is either. I love that. I love it. Love it. Okay. It's right here. Welcome to the Punderdome under Give Me a Thing to Watch and Queen of Book Suggestions. There it is. First, think of the person who lives in disguise, who deals in secrets and tells not but lies. Next, tell me what's always the last thing to mend, the middle and end of the end. And finally, give me the sound often heard during search for a hard-to-find word. String them together and answer me this. Which creature would you be unwilling to kiss? Person who lives in disguise, spy, who deals in secrets and tells not but lies, spy. Next, tell me what's always the last thing to mend. The middle of middle and end of the end. S-P-Y-D-E-R. The middle of middle, D, and the end of the end. D. And finally, give me the sound often heard during the search for a hard-to-find word. Okay, spider. Yeah. Spider. Ooh. I was in the wrong Discord. Oh no, that would do it. uh, I've made that mistake before. Like I think we've all been there once or twice. Okay, that was a cool riddle. I like it. I like it. I like it. I love riddles. It's been a long time. Like wordplay is so fun. What was I doing? Looking for streamers, possibly who bead. I don't know. Like, are there beaders out there? We'll find out. Seriously, is Frenzy live? Frenzy's live. It's part of an ancient riddle the Sphinx would ask. Oh, cool. Cool. So there is a beater out there. Lady Frenzy Wicked Truth is live. Did not know that. One sec. Is there anybody else? Just out of curiosity, because I knew that there was somebody live. It's Frenzy. Okay. I literally did not have anybody up. Like, I didn't have anybody up. Like, I didn't have my Twitch up, and I'm, like, list up, and I'm like, Frenzy's live. Why am I not following her Twitch? What is wrong with you, Twitch? Come on. Anyway, let's go in. I'm going to refollow Frenzy for this raid, and I want you guys to come with me. Lady. Lindsay. There we are. If you need more beaters and you are not yet following Frenzy, stick along for this raid, and I will bead you later, guys. I'll see you next time. Next week. Monday, glow stream. Fingers crossed. And Tuesday for sure. So, I'll bead you later.
I think it was for Halloween or something.